All right, so continue talking about how you're a super Democrat and you love Hillary.
Yeah, I got her bumper stickers all over my Prius. um, so, for you guys that's tuning in, I was just talking to Smeggy about how I think there's this political shift right now between Democrats, conservatives, and libertarians, and there are some libertarians that are like, I would say, conservative libertarians, if that makes sense, to where they're pro-life, they're pro-Second Amendment, they're pro-God. But then you have other libertarians that are like pro-choice, pro-Second Amendment, and like, anti-religion. And those, like religion, guns, illegal immigration, um, the Constitution, these are very, very important parts of somebody's political thought. And I truly believe, obviously that's what, forces people to pick one candidate versus the other. Now, I would say that anybody that supports the Second Amendment, if they vote for Hillary, that's just kind of shooting yourself in the head, no pun intended. But I know there are some Second Amendment supporters that do support Hillary Clinton because they don't like Trump, and or they feel that they're pro-life and they would like to support another candidate, but there's no candidate out there that is, I'm sorry, that they're pro-choice, and there's no other candidate out there that is willing to embrace being pro-choice. But I hear myself.
Oh, sorry. Oh,
Um,
your time.
so basically, we're coming back to what I said about like the political tide is now you have conservatives that have gone super conservative, and then you have conservatives that have gone more to the libertarian aspect. And I think the conservatives and the libertarians and the conservative libertarians are all trying to decide which candidate is best for them. And then you have the libertarians that are like, well, I don't like Trump, I don't like Cruz, I want somebody who is of a new political spectrum. And I totally agree with that. I would love for there to be a third party, but where I have trouble is right now there's not going to be a third party, the way I see it. Right now, currently, in this upcoming election, there's no chance for a third party to get in there. And I guess I try to wrap my head around why somebody's like, yeah, I'm Second Amendment, and yeah, I support the Constitution, and I want my freedoms and all of this stuff. But it's like, okay, but you're not gonna back the candidate that will, and here's the thing, like people have told me like, dude, you're fucking crazy, you're drinking the Kool-Aid, Trump's gonna freaking take your guns away, he's not a real conservative. I understand Trump's not a real conservative. I'm not a conservative. I've never been a real conservative. I'm not, I don't go to church, I don't believe in God, I'm pro-choice, I'm socially liberal, but I do not want anybody ever messing with the Constitution. So Trump is like my best bet, because Trump, I believe, is like the best of both worlds. He says some off-the-wall shit, but the dude has a track record of being like socially liberal. If you look at like the things he's done in his past, Trump has always been pro-choice. I believe the reason he came out and said like pro-life is because he wanted to grab up the conservative votes. I don't believe that he actually feels like that, and especially being the type of person he is, I'm pretty sure that he slept with a lot of supermodels. So he's all like, what? No, we're going. You're gonna take the morning after pill. It's gonna be good. So I'm pretty sure he's that that type of guy. And when Cruz was battling him in Mississippi, that's when he came out and said he was pro-life. And I was like, no, dude, you're just trying to get votes. So that issue aside, coming back to my original question, why is it that there are people right now that are going to vote, third party, or vote somebody, or just write somebody's name in that's not going to win? Now they tell me, oh, we're going to, try to get the third party rolling for next, in the 4 years. But my advice, and I could be wrong, let's do everything we can right now to get a semi-conservative in the White House, and then as soon as that happens, then we can make the third party. Then we got like 4 years to do this, to raise money, to start getting people to to vote for Gary Johnson or whoever you guys want to pick. But right now, it's like a battle between good and evil. I feel, there is no part of Hillary that attracts me. She's literally like the devil in disguise. She is Heath Ledger from the fucking Batman movie, and she looks like him too. So, so yeah, my question is, why is it that guys are not why is it that a lot of people are not supporting the candidate that is the opposite from the Antichrist? Question.
Well, I think I can take like Never Enough Ammo's stance. If you're in a battleground state, then I completely agree with you, because Hillary can't win under any circumstance. But I'm definitely of the mindset, I'm a libertarian, and that's why I like Gary Johnson. I'm not necessarily a Gary Johnson fan as much as just I'm a libertarian. I liked Austin Peterson a lot better than Gary, but whatever. He didn't win the nomination. So I go with the whole thing. When you vote third party, you're right. It's a long chance they're ever actually going to win, but they might. And I think this year they're going to have more support than ever. And the thing is, you can talk about, well, we can take the 4 years and raise money and make them better, but the thing that makes them better is getting votes now. Because then when they get 15% of the vote or something crazy, people go, oh crap, this is actually a real thing. They have a chance. And then next year they get 20% or 30%, and then the next time they get 50% and they win, whatever. So that's why I support the libertarians, and the best way to do it is by voting.
True. Okay. I see that point, but
you also, even not just this election, but in past elections, the thing is, people say, well, if you vote libertarian, you're stealing votes away either from Trump, and the Bernie supporters that vote libertarian are going to steal votes away from Hillary. So the thing is, when the Democrats and Republicans look at the Libertarian Party and say, holy crap, these guys are getting a bunch of our votes, they will change their policies to try and get those people back into either one or the other. So what I like to say, libertarians are more conservative than Republicans, and they're more liberal than Democrats. So we can push both parties towards the edges, which is what I want, because that would be smaller government on either side.
Right. And I have no problem with that. But here's the thing. So, like, for people that have the channels that have a huge following, like, I don't know how many subscribers that, Never Enough Ammo or Yankee Marshall has, but I guarantee it's a lot. It's probably well over 1 million. So when they, and here's the thing, people follow by example. There's a lot of people that are leaders, and there's a lot of people that are followers. So if you have somebody that is constantly coming out and saying, like, this is why I need to vote for Gary Johnson, this is why, I believe people should vote for Gary Johnson, or this is why, you should vote third party or write somebody's name in, people are not just going to be like, well, that's your opinion. There's going to be some people that say that, but there's a lot of people that look up to these YouTube channels because of, their knowledge of firearms and the videos that they make and a lot of the valid points that they make. And, a lot of, like, Never Enough Ammo videos are, like, really, really awesome. And there are some people that are like, well, if he does it, then, yeah, that makes sense. So you're basically creating a lot of people that may have voted for Trump, but then, they hear somebody like, Never Enough Ammo say something, and I'm not knocking him for it. Not at all. But I'm just saying that, like, say we had, like, 30 people in the room that were going to vote for Trump, right? They, and then they follow somebody like Never Enough Ammo or Yankee Marshall, and they're like, well, he has some good points about Libertarian Party. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. And then then 10 people out of the 30 in that room vote for Gary Johnson, or they write somebody's name in. That's 10 votes that Trump lost, and that maybe they were in a battleground state, not necessarily a what do you call it, a swing state or something, or whatever. So you
Brandon,
kind of see what I mean?
Brandon,
Yeah. What's up?
in 4 years, the reason that the libertarian, I'm not saying don't vote for Trump. I would, I think I would. I think I would, just because I fucking hate Trump, but I fucking hate Hillary worse. So if I was an American citizen, I'd probably like choose the one I hate less. That said, the only way, like, in 4 years, nobody's gonna remember this election, and unless both parties manage to somehow again select the two worst people in the fucking United States, the Libertarian Party is not gonna get the votes that it's gonna get this time. This is a chance, like when when shit like this happens, when major parties select shit candidates, that's the time for smaller parties to shine everywhere. They're not gonna get this chance. If they're not getting that 15% now, it's gonna take a fucking long time until they get that chance again. So, and yeah, the Yankee is gonna convince some people to vote for Johnson. That's what he's trying to do. He believes that you should vote for Johnson. Why shouldn't he try to convince people? Like, I'm not, I'm not sure what else you can. I mean, if someone feels that they absolutely cannot vote for Trump, it's better to convince them to vote for Johnson than to convince them to vote for Hillary, or for them to vote for Hillary. And as I saw, the statistics are Johnson is taking more votes away from the Democrats than he is from the Republicans. Also, by the way, the Republicans should wake the fuck up and think why their votes are moving to the Libertarian Party. Maybe it's because they're not actually conservative enough.
I think, and this is just, I hear what you're saying, and I agree with majority of it, and you are right about this. But I do feel that people are going to remember this election. This has not been your normal election. This has been like, this is going to dictate our country's future. Look how far down this country has gone because of Obama, and the Congress and all of that stuff, man. Like, this is really gonna, like, I feel personally that this is gonna dictate how our country goes. If within the next 8 years we become a dictatorship and we lose the Second Amendment along with First Amendment rights, and the Constitution gets amendment in different areas, like this, for me, that's pretty scary. And it scares me even more that you have these robots jumping up and down, and they can't wait to see that change. They can't wait to see safe spaces. Or if you call somebody, like I'm just gonna say, if you call somebody a fag or something like that, that's like a felony or something like that, and that should be hate speech or something. Like, I mean, these people forget that there was a time where people could take a joke. People could actually not get offended, and it wouldn't freaking dictate their day. And and I believe that we've gotten so far from that because of all this political correctness and stuff that the left wants to impose. So that's why this is scary for me, because it starts with that type of stuff. It starts with free speech. It starts with these safe zones, these amendments to the Second Amendment.
How sure are you, though, that the party and the candidate that you're supporting are not part of the problem? Because as a person looking at this from the side and being a libertarian myself, and Israeli, well, I don't know if I'm a libertarian, but I'm a minarchist. I call myself a minarchist. My feeling is that the problem is the Democrats didn't fuck up the U.S. alone. They had a lot of help from that other side of the aisle, And maybe it's fucking time for one of these parties or both these parties to fall apart. And God knows, both parties are doing a great job of committing suicide.
Oh yeah.
Which I don't think is bad. I think it might be time for them to die, not literally for the people to die, but like the parties.
Oh, I'd love to see the Republican Party crumble. I freaking hate conservatives.
Well, the good news is that even if Trump wins or if Trump loses, the chance that you're going to get to see that is pretty fucking high, because both options are pretty fucking bad for them.
Yeah, I'd love to see the Democrat Party and the Republican Party crumble. the Republican Party is not what it used to be. Um, and they've turned into this like this parade of like freaking almost like these soapbox preachers that like when I listen, everybody hates me because I don't like Ted Cruz, but like if I wanted to go to church, I would go to church. I don't want to freaking turn on Ted Cruz and have him parade up and down the freaking stage like a televangelist. And like I just got tired of like how the Republican Party got. And yeah, I'm gonna vote Republican because it's the closest thing to, at least right now, until we can get a third party. And I know a lot of people make fun of the third party. And I would love to see a third party, but I just feel nervous right now that if there's this whole revolution of the third party right before this major election that's going to dictate what happens to this country, what happens if,
But
that
you're never going to get that third party because it's always, every election is that fucking crucial election. Everything is always at stake. You're never going to be able to vote for the third party if you don't. Again, I'm not saying vote for the third party. Do whatever you think. I'm just saying, understand that if you let them scare you into thinking they're the two options and they're doing it on both sides, they're doing the Hillary camp is doing it right now. They're saying, oh, if you vote for Trump, there's going to be a fucking, and this is literally what they're saying. I'm not even making this up. I shared one of these posts on my Facebook. Like, there's going to be a race/gender/religion war, and Trump is literally Hitler. And then on the other side, they're saying, oh, there's going to be a dictatorship in the Second Amendment. And some of it might be fucking true. I don't know, but it's always every election is crucial. Every fucking election is crucial. The other thing is, let me ask you this: you don't like Ted Cruz? I happen to really like Ted Cruz, by the way, and I'm not a religious person. Certainly not a Christian religious person. If the option was today to vote for Trump, Cruz, or Clinton, and either of them had a chance to win, would you vote for Trump or for Cruz?
if the election was today,
Yeah.
I would vote for Trump.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
And because it looks like what happened within the last 10 years is that the Democratic Party went batshit crazy and they went all the way to the left. Like, they're everything but a hair away from being those hippies at Woodstock.
No, man, they were always those people, but never mind.
And the right went way far right, like off the reservation right. And so now, like, I feel that every time I listen to somebody from, the Republican side that I'm sitting down for, like, some sort of lecture or sermon or, telling me that, oh, how to believe and, what my girlfriend should do and, and stuff like that. And I don't want anybody intruding in any of our freedoms. And the United States was a really amazing idea. And we had the foundation of this country that was built on the Constitution. And it's pretty easy to follow. But for whatever reason, you have all these people that want to amend the Constitution and wipe it clean and just start over for this crazy utopia they believe they can build. And, it's bullshit, man. And here's the thing, real quick, if I may.
Mm-hmm.
When Trump said that when, if Hillary gets her Supreme Court justices, her picks, then you could forget about your gun folks. Those will be gone. And then he said, well, I don't know. Maybe the Second Amendment people can do something like that. And when he said that, people lost their flipping minds. But they forget why the Second Amendment was put in place. So, and they were saying, like, and you have all these people on MSNBC and CNN saying, oh, they were talking about assassinating, Supreme Court justices, or they were talking about assassinating Hillary Clinton. And it's like, no, but I don't think Trump meant this. I don't even think Trump knew what the hell he said.
I don't think Trump means or knows what the hell he says all the time. That's why I don't. I'm frankly, if I believe Trump is what I believe he's pretending to be, if I believe the word he's saying, I would be like, yeah, sure, fucking Trump is great, but I don't believe a fucking word he says. I have to question all the money that he gave the Clintons. I have to question how he was all chummy with them all these years, and I I don't believe him. I mean, again, I would vote for him just because I have question marks about Trump, huge question marks, like fucking maximum font with fucking neon lights. I know who Hillary is, and I hate that bitch. So,
But what I was saying about what he said about, maybe the Second Amendment, people could do something about it. Even though Trump, I believe he didn't know what he said, but what I took it as is that if a government gets to a certain point, that's why the Second Amendment was written. Like, he
100%.
wasn't that far off what he said, even though
No,
I don't think he meant it that way.
he was 100% on target. I agree. I thought that was I saw no problem with that. And actually, the day after that, my mom, like, because she knows I'm into American politics, did you see what Trump said? I'm like, yeah, he's right. She got angry. I'm like, listen, that's why the U.S. Constitution is there. I wish we had a Constitution. That's the point of the Constitution. If the Constitution is being molested by the government, the people should do something about it. Like, there's a limit to what you can do through politics, and sometimes you have to do things outside of politics. It's just a fact of human history. I'm not calling for the assassination of anybody.
Right. No, and that's a terrible idea to think about, and I hope our country never gets to that point. But we've seen other nations when they have a two-party system. It's like Rome. Everything will fall. And I think right now our country is on that tipping point, and that's why I believe that this election is so important. I don't necessarily think that Trump is a savior. I don't think he's like the return of Jesus or something like that. But I do feel that if he got elected, that shit wouldn't go south like overnight.
I think he's a fucking disaster, man.
Well, we have riots in the streets and stuff like that because people will be like, my feelings are hurt. Let's burn a police car. So,
you know what's my worst concern about Trump? My worst concern about Trump is he is identified with the right, and if he enacts policies that will cause damage, which I believe he will, I believe both of them would. Let's say it like this. I think both of them are going to do the more or less the same amount of damage outside of the Second Amendment thing. Okay? And I somehow, in like some strange way, as a non-American, prefer the U.S. left to do the damage, because if the right does, like, I still to this day have to listen to bullshit about the U.S. economy and how Bush destroyed the U.S. economy. Never mind if it's true or not, right? Like, when shit goes down and the right is in control of the U.S., it reverberates through all the world, and I have to listen to, even the Americans know this system has failed. Now, if Hillary gets elected and everything goes down the drain, then I can at least say, hey, look, that's your philosophy that failed, Like, so, I mean, my fear is that Trump might completely destroy any credibility that the economic right has. And economic freedom is as important as gun rights. As important, if not more.
I don't agree with that at all.
That economic freedom is as important as gun rights?
It's all important, but, I don't want to have to live through another assault weapons ban. Thank you.
If everything goes down the shitter and the right is blamed, eventually you're going to have a left-leaning or more than leaning government that's going to fuck up your Second Amendment rights anyways. That's the problem. That's why I'm.
We've already had that for 8 years. I don't want it to happen for another 4 years. Thank you.
No, by all means. This whole conversation started with me saying, and I would probably vote for Trump if I lived in the U.S. I'm just saying I'm scared about what will happen if either of them gets elected. And I don't believe a fucking word he says. I just don't.
It's the lesser of three evils. And if someone asks what the third choice is, I'll go on about it later. But, if you want to know, go watch last week's Hit or Miss. I don't want to talk about it right now. I don't want to talk about politics at all right now.
McAfee lost. Get over it, you crybaby.
Let's talk about guns.
Smeggy, shut up. I was rooting for Austin Peterson while joking about McAfee. All right.
Oh, you know what? You know what?
You
Let's
say
not.
that now.
Let's not talk about guns. I'll tell you a cool thing. Just like the other day, you said you don't want to talk about politics nights, right? You're being dragged into another political debate.
Right. We're moving on. You were talking funny thing. Go.
No, it's not a funny thing. It's a cool thing. So the other day, Dana was here and we were talking about like prepping and all that, and I said that I feel like people neglect things that about prepping that aren't hoarding guns and ammunition and learning how to like do tactical shooting, and people are like neglecting medical skills and stuff like that. Well, the next day I got an email from the local government here, and they're like, "Oh, we're giving a free EMT and ambulance driver course, like free and open to the public because we want people to have these skills. So if you want to sign up for an EMT course to get an EMT diploma, just add your name to the list." I'm like, 6 month medical training course for free? Yes, sign me up, man. I'll get all that free stuff. So yeah, now I'm gonna get an EMT training.
Awesome. Good job.
Yeah. No, good job for them. Apparently, I've moved to the only place in Israel where the government makes you a prepper.
You know what it is? They're doing this because they're short on EMT in your area, so they're hoping they can snag enough people that they could possibly hire eventually down the road for.
Awesome. I don't mind working in it. Maybe hard times. I need another job. I can do that part time. Awesome. Why not? I mean, it's for free.
Good luck with that.
Yeah. I just hope they don't like have issues with my eyesight when it comes to ambulance driving, because my eyesight is going to shit, man.
Well, maybe you shouldn't stay up so late talking to us Americans.
No, it's genetic, and you're the only people keeping me sane. Like, there's a whole debacle on Israeli media now because some dude killed the guy that was trying to steal his truck, like shot him. And everyone's like, "Oh, poor thief. It shouldn't be capital punishment for stealing a truck." Fuck you. He came in the middle of the night with two friends into someone's backyard. The only thing I'm sorry is that the guy didn't shoot all three of them, put all three of them out of the way.
Somebody should have just gone and said, well, he was Palestinian or he was Muslim. Problem solved.
No, but one of our parliament members went on like live television and said that she thinks that she's a gun owner, and she said that she thinks it's 100% legitimate to shoot someone in the middle of the night if he's in their yard, and she doesn't understand what the hell's the problem. So that's pretty fucking awesome, because you don't hear that a lot here.
You hear that all the time here in South Carolina.
Yeah, I know. Between the like bear fighting matches.
There's no bear fights. I wish there were, but. If you want the bear fighting, you have to go up to Canada, and where Bob's area is, and you have to hunt bears with a 22.
Hunt bears with a 22?
Because apparently that's the only way to do it, as far as Bob's concerned.
Why not with like your bare hands?
Because they got the advantage over you. They got claws.
Right. So guns.
My AK isn't coming soon enough.
I've been hearing about that AK for so long. You could have like built it yourself.
I could have if I had actually went and gotten everything else. But the problem is I can't find a parts kit that I want.
You could have like gone and like fucking mined the iron ore and made steel out of it, or fucking forged it, fucking milled it and made like a milled receiver AK. It's been like fucking 5 months that you're talking about this AK.
I finally got. I went bought one off of Foos.
I was gonna say that. I was gonna bring that up earlier. I'm kind of choppy in and out or whatever, but yeah, I heard something you bought an AK, just straight up, like it's all good to go.
Yeah, I got one off of Foos. You know, Foos has like a whole backlog of them.
Foos needs to do a commercial. Like all you AK guys need to do like a commercial with the wacky wakey inflatable tube man due to a transmission fail, selling our AKs at half price and selling them on the U.
Right.
So what kind of AK, Knight?
I think he said it was an AMD 63.
Oh, Aragon.
Yeah. No, it's a Hungarian, but the thing is, he has it in just the regular fixed stock with the he got a regular foregrip. He didn't have the whole really weird looking front foregrip that the AMDs normally have. He just
So
put
you got a
stock.
copy off me.
Yeah.
I have a Hungarian. You need a Hungarian.
Well,
Thought this is gun channels. It's starting to sound like human trafficking chat, but okay.
No, because we're talking about AKs, so it's not human trafficking. I think it would be calling, what do they call it? Arms trafficking.
But,
I'm buying another Zenith. I'm getting the actual MP5, the one that's like longer. I think they call it like the MP5J that H&K calls them. But there's this new brace that Flippy sent me. It looks cool. It looks like the UMP stock, and yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. Dude, I love these little guns. They're so fun, and for like $1,500, you can't beat it.
So are we going to start seeing some more DSOC videos with those MP5s?
Maybe.
By the way, the reason
You
I
should
said
totally do a couple.
the reason I said the AMD is a Terragun is not because I didn't know that it's from Hungary. It's just because it's like super popular with like Palestinian terrorists.
Well, fuck those Palestinians.
And other terrorists. It's big in the terror gun world.
So is the Khyber Pass AK-47.
That's true, but you're not getting one of those because you like your hands attached to your body.
Oh, nice. My 416 came in by my actual freaking cheese grater. Yeah.
A quad rail?
Yep.
Which gun?
My 416.
Ah, 416.
Oh, I'm sorry, MR556. It's easier to
Yeah.
say 416.
Well, it is 16 inches, is it not?
True.
Of course, that's not the reason why they call it the 416, but either way.
Why do they call it the 416?
M4, M16.
Oh.
I would have to say it's one of the best, like, the best looking M4s I've ever seen.
It's all the only difference between regular M4 is it's piston driven.
That's a pretty big fucking difference, though.
Well, yeah, you're talking about direct impingement versus piston.
It's a short piston, though, right? Short stroke.
Brandon, which one is it?
I don't know, actually. I don't know anything about it. I just know it looks good.
Good job, Brandon. Good job.
It costs a lot of money, and people hate it for some reason.
No, there's no way it can't be a long stroke. There's no way you can't fit that in. I don't think there is an AR-15.
No, it's probably short stroke.
Yeah, when I stroke, I like to stroke slow. Flippy's not here, so I feel like obligated to make vaguely sexual comments instead of him.
I freaking told him to jump in, but I think he's like out gun shopping right now.
He's gonna
We
go
were all
bankrupt.
ragging on Flippy earlier today, and he just wasn't responding whatsoever. It was pretty funny.
So I was actually enjoying the early lobby, and you gotta ruin it by taking over his part.
Oh, we're done with that. We're done. We're moving
Fucking
on.
Cool. I love that guy. He's like my lost brother.
So sometimes it's nice pretending like we're not in 7th grade anymore. So I went shooting this weekend. That was exciting.
What'd you shoot?
Just my AR, my AK, and my CZ.
Is that taking that new friend from work? Or that new shooter from work?
No, I went up north for like our family reunion. I haven't gone with him yet, but that is my goal. Yeah, I don't know if the other guys heard about that. I was talking with a guy I work with. He came down for a week in Mexico, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm thinking about getting a gun for home defense and blah blah, but I don't know what I want." And I said, "Dude, you can ask a million people; they'll all have their own answer." I go, "The best thing to do is rent a bunch of different shit and try it out. I can give you generalizations to what you think you might like, and then just try them." So he's like, "Yeah, dude, I'd like to go shooting sometime." So I need to take him out to the range one of these days. So probably just sometime like after work or whatever.
How many people ended up showing up at the up north then?
What?
You were saying you didn't know how many people would show up.
Oh yeah, not many people actually.
Smeggy, the robot edition.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal is. Why my internet sucks. It was being crappy last week too.
Okay,
Of course, it was raining.
I'm
so
gonna
that might
ask
be it.
the major question. Smegs, are you connected via Wi-Fi, or are you connected via wire?
What's that one that kind of looks like a telephone jack and it goes every time you connect?
Okay, you're connected via wire.
Yeah, but the one that goes.
You're not really connected.
You're not on 56K. Don't lie. Nice try, Smegs.
Come on, Wi-Fi.
Although he is in Detroit, so it's possible.
I wouldn't put it past him. But yeah, if you're using wireless Smegs, that's your problem.
You might be using.
Well, I'm not going to run a freaking wire all the way down to my living room because I don't feel like it.
That's the only way you're going to fix your problem.
No, because it was working fine all the other time, except for the end of last week and today because it's raining.
Well,
so I think it's just a rain problem.
What you could do, Smegs, is you can get one of those access point boosters, and just boost the Wi-Fi signal like halfway in between.
That's not the problem. The Wi-Fi signal is fine. It's the signal going out into the world that's bad when it rains.
Are you sure someone's not just stealing your Wi-Fi?
Yeah. I have a password on it, 1234.
That's secure, right, guys?
No, you're joking, but when we moved into our previous apartment and didn't have internet, I was like, fuck, I don't have internet, what am I going to do? My wife was like, I have internet. I'm like, what? So yeah, I'm using our neighbor's network. I'm like, how'd you guess the password? She was like, it's 1 to 9. I'm like, okay.
No, I'm all like quadruple encrypted and shit. I'm good. That's the one benefit of having a friend who's in like network security. That's what he does for a living. He fucking hooked me up.
Shit, man, you need to get a friend who's into like Wi-Fi and shit, because you sound like a robot.
Jesus.
Wow. You sound like a robot. Okay, hold on. I've got this. Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto.
Like, Meggy and Nathan are the only guys that are on auto tune.
We should probably start calling it auto-tune channels.
Right?
Well, Dano does it too, just a little bit.
That's true. I think like G-Webs has like the best connection. Like whatever I'm using, sounds really good. It's gonna.
G-Webs probably has fiber optic or something.
Yeah, it's supposedly like
I just have regular cable internet.
What's up?
I just have regular cable internet.
Yeah, you always come in like really clear, man. Like you're like it doesn't sound like you're talking through a telephone. Actually, it sounds like you're using like a microphone.
He's probably using a microphone.
True.
I'm just using the laptop, whatever's built in.
What kind of laptop do you have?
It's an old Dell. It was like $300, $350, like 2 years ago, 3 years ago even.
Oh, that's badass.
Just lucked out. I mean, I didn't do nothing. I think I was using the headset for a while, and one day I wasn't, and everybody's like, "No, it works fine."
Yeah, I just use my laptop. I don't have a headset. It's normally fine unless I have the volume turned way up, and then you get the echo.
At least you're not like bad as Brandon, dude. When he comes on at like 2 a.m., it sounds like Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey.
I hate that Brandon guy, dude. Seriously, he's got to get over his freaking MP5 make believe and his Scorpion and all that shit.
No, he sold the
Damn that
Scorpion.
guy. Oh, hey Brandon, how you doing, bud?
No, I'm talking about the other Brandon. He comes in like at 2, 3 a.m. Have you heard about, dude, his reverb is insane.
Yeah, Flippy.
Yeah.
Well, there goes the neighborhood.
What's up, brother from another?
Bang, bang, bang. Dude, I can't fucking find that godforsaken fucking Sig brace anywhere. Like, I called that company, I sent you their webpage. I called them up, and the guy's like, yeah, we're fucking out of them.
Really?
And then I found, yeah, he's like, we're super fucking out of them. He's like, if you want, I can put your email down, and I'll email when we get more. I'm like, I guess, whatever. And I found out that was the wrong one anyways. That is the one for the MP5, or the MP5K stretch. Both of which we don't own.
So, but it will fit on the Zenith, right?
It'll fit on the Zenith MP5K, or on the MP5, but the Zeniths, they're not the stretched MP5Ks. You know those two plates that are welded onto it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that means it's not a stretch MP5K. Because without those plates, you can stick on basically the same stock that goes on a regular MP5, and you can even have like the little metal bars that ride up and down the rail.
Well, I'm probably gonna buy like the MP5, like the J model.
The Jew model?
The J model. You know it's the one it's the longest 9mm they have.
Is it the kosher version?
Yes.
Well, you know it wasn't built on a Saturday.
Does it come equipped with a yarmulke?
And a menorah.
Is it full of like the Passover oil or the Hanukkah oil or whatever it is?
No, instead of like the oil, it comes with the a bottle of Manischewitz. So I'm like, that's cool.
No, you put on one drop of oil and it lasts 8 years.
Dude,
At some point, Amit's gonna pop in and be like, nah, fuck all of you all. You Nazi motherfuckers.
Hey, we didn't say anything was wrong with it. That'd be racist. We were just
I'm waiting
saying
for
what it
Night
is.
Strike. I'm waiting for Night Strike to get upset. I don't get upset. Night Strike's like feels the need.
No, man, I'm chill tonight.
Alright.
I
I already
haven't
had
mentioned
like
I
I
haven't
already had
mentioned
like
Jew Bros yet, so he has no reason to get mad.
I had like I was doing part of my research for one of my essays for the university today, so I had like 4 hours that I spent with four 15-year-old kids. So I'm like inoculated against you today, Flippy, because I already heard all this shit.
I mean, there's nothing you can do.
Hey, Flippy, I resemble that remark. I have a Jufro.
Cool. Are you
But
also a lawyer or a tax accountant?
No, because I'm not Jewish.
and
Oh.
by the way, the place where I did it was one of the fucking most awesome houses that I ever saw. It had like a fucking swimming pool larger than my fucking apartment.
Yeah. I think the next house I buy or build, I'm probably gonna build the next house. It's gonna have stripper poles.
I'm gonna say a house built by Flippy.
It's gonna have like fucking HK parts as door handles and shit.
It's gonna have like a giant Zenith flag flying out in front.
Yeah, you know
No?
the sign for I gave up.
Isn't the Zenith flag basically the ISIS flag?
Except for it has like an MP5 on it instead of like,
Little squiggly dick letters.
yeah, it's squiggles.
Like, what the hell does that flag even say? Like, do they even know? They're like, nah, this looks cool.
I believe it says Allah is the one true God.
Oh.
Yeah, none of them are actually following the religion, which is funny.
No, they're actually following it to a T.
Yeah, the way they follow it is like freaking old school style.
In fact, the ones that the peaceful Muslims they point to, and like, yeah, these guys, they're following it, where these crazy fucking terrorism ones aren't. Nah, it's the other way around.
Yeah, the ISIS is bringing it back.
Yeah, what the flag has it is basically there is no other God but Allah and Muhammad is his prophet.
Yeah, that's it.
Or if you want it in Arabic, La ilaha illallah wa Muhammad Rasulullah.
I mean, careful. I don't want the fucking NSA kicking in my door. I'm
Dude.
already on their watch list after I bought that Zenith, and it came with a card that said, "Call this number. We want you to join."
That's more or less one of the only things I know how to say in Arabic, except for like cursing and stop your car, or stop or I'll shoot, take your shirt off and shit like that.
Dude, instead of bombs dropping on ISIS, like, you know, they say like one God. To really like troll them, you just need to drop like a shit ton of like freaking L. Ron Hubbard books. Just fucking throw like a bunch of copies of Dianetics at them, and their brains will explode.
Nah, you just drop pamphlets filled with like cartoon depictions of Muhammad, and then they'll just have to kill themselves because they just can't handle life anymore. Also, are you talking about the MKE Z5RS pistol?
Is that the biggest one before it goes up into 5.56?
Yeah, that's the one that's basically just a regular MP5.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that brace I linked you will absolutely hook to that.
Then that's the one we need to get.
But yeah, go back to this like knowing how to say "take your shirt off" in Arabic thing.
Yeah.
Did this play out at one of the checkpoints where like hot women would walk up in burqas and you'd be like, "Yo, take your shirt off. Let's see."
No, it plays out when you're arresting someone. You want to make sure that they don't have a fucking suicide belt strapped on them, so you tell them to take off their shirt and their pants and shit.
Yalla kala, how far you did?
Yep.
Even so, even if they did have like a suicide vest on you and you told them like you're under arrest, they'd be like, Inshallah, and they would just like fucking blow up right there. So I don't know if I would tell them they're under arrest.
No, you don't tell them they're under arrest. You tell them to stop moving, and if they keep moving, you shoot them.
All right, guys, I gotta go. I'll see you later.
Alright,
And
later. That sounds
you'd be
like
su-
super simple rules.
you'd be surprised how many suicide bombers like fucking decide not to do it at the last moment. And they're like, you know what? On the other hand,
All you
you know
tell
what?
them, yeah, you tell them it's like, look, if you do that, it's really gonna hurt.
No, you don't tell them that. You just tell them stop or I'll shoot. And if they don't stop, you shoot.
So is it the same? Like they have to sacrifice themselves, right? They can't like be shot by an infidel or something.
No, they can be shot by an infidel. They don't.
Oh, I thought that was like kryptonite to them.
Just apparently, no, it's not. All that bullshit about them like being afraid that a woman will kill them. All that's all bullshit. You can be a martyr in Islam if you woke up in the morning, went to the mosque, and a fucking car hit you on your way to the mosque. You're a fucking martyr. All that garbage. It's really all that. Oh, we'll shoot them with covered bullets. They don't get to heaven. No, they still get to heaven according to their religion. As long as he died trying to perform one of the basic like commandments of Islam, he's fine. He's golden. He can like. They're literally like fatwas that if you have to have gay sex to perform jihad, then it's fine. Have as much gay sex as you need to perform jihad. You'll still get to heaven. They don't give a shit.
But not like any extra gay sex. It has to be the exact amount.
The precise amount of gay sex. There's
Yeah,
like
you have
fatwas about
5% gay sex more than you needed. You're going to hell.
there's like fatwas about like fucking. Is it allowed to keister explosives so I can snuggle them into infidel countries and blow people up? And I'm like, yeah, it's 100% allowed to keister shit.
Do you want to borrow the KY jelly?
Yeah.
So if you told them like, you're like, all right, so okay, so what about the guys that want to be like, part of the Muslim group, but like they just keep saying they're gonna do a fatwa, or they're gonna, they just keep saying like they just keep procrastinating and putting it off just so they can enjoy like hookers and blow. So they're like, hey, I thought you were going to do a fatwa. I thought you were going to blow yourself up in the name of Allah. Well, I'm still not done with my mission. There's still lots to do, but I'm gonna do it. Don't worry, I'll get there. I mean, like,
There's still more hookers than blow.
I'm sure there are literally thousands and thousands of the people you're describing it. Also, fatwa is not the correct word for any of this, but no.
Oh, well, sorry.
Yeah, at some point, I need to buy one of these terrorist guns. And put the SIG brace on it.
You already have an AK. It's like their freaking national anthem of terrorist guns.
Yeah, but the ones I own aren't made by terrorists. That's the difference.
No. Now you're talking semantics.
Don't be anti-Semitic.
Thank you.
Yeah, also, you don't know
Is that
that
the
they're
same?
not made by terrorists.
Is that the same one with the 15-inch barrel?
No,
This is
that
the
one is
pistol
a.
version?
This is the pistol version with the 12.8.
Yeah, but the other one was a pistol, or imported as a pistol too, right?
Yeah, there's a version that's imported as a pistol, but it's like
It's basically a
almost
rifle.
a 16-inch barrel. Yeah, it's like a 15.3-inch barrel.
Yeah, that's why not pin and weld something to it and then put a real stock on it.
Yeah.
Can you put a bipod on a pistol?
Yeah, you can.
You just can't have a vertical grip on a pistol. But wait, if you have a bipod on your pistol and you're using your bipod as a vertical grip, did you then manufacture an AOW?
They don't have a letter that has that opinion yet, so I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Look, I just found the bipod loophole.
lot of people have been using the bipod loophole for a while.
No, they haven't. I just discovered it, like just now.
If you say so.
It was all me.
We'll give Flippy the credit.
It's
What is
incredible how
We'll give Flippy the credit because it's a stupid thing to do anyway.
it's incredible how little the people that make these rules understand the fucking rules they make. It's just unbelievable.
It's incredible how they keep making these stupid rules.
What is the bipod loophole?
Yeah, you should have got 600s, 610s, and a bunch of 20s. Yeah, but I can't give you a denomination if it's all these Benjamins, baby.
Wait, so what fucking rifle is this goddamn thing? Is it a H&K 93?
The last link.
Yeah.
Well, actually, there's only one link. That is a Alaquakba rifle. No.
Alec Quackbar?
Yeah.
They're terrorism ducks.
Mm-hmm.
The mighty terrorist ducks.
You know, you're laughing now, but when the suicide ducks come,
I mean, I think I saw them. They were in that fucking short, the, like, terrorism dance-off video or whatever.
Oh yeah, that's right.
yeah, I think that's a 93. But then again, I don't like religiously follow HK and like
Twerky.
The twerking ducks.
It's just, my point was like, if you would imagine that, like, if they really wanted to like fuck up, like, how hard is it to find someone who has no morals and also actually understands something about firearms and actually make regulations that like make sense?
Well, like what regulations would make sense?
Like fucking okay, I'm not supporting any of what I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, from an anti-gunner's point of view, okay? Like, if you're gonna ban AR-15s, you should ban all fucking semi-automatic rifles because they're all the fucking same.
That's what they're doing in California, so they have kind of caught on to that.
Yeah, yeah, but it's amazing that it took so long for them to.
Massachusetts. Yeah, it did take them a long time because they're idiots. They thought they had it all figured out, and then when we started educating them, they took advantage of that education and started trying to use it against us. So it's almost like we gave them this, we gave them their ammunition to use against us. Because then when we correct them on full auto and semi-auto, well, they're like, well, who cares if it's semi-auto? Then ban that too.
Yeah.
That's obviously the thing causing the problem. I guess we got to ban the semi-auto.
I'm just saying that, like, if they don't want to look stupid, how hard is it to get people that actually understand firearms and are? I'm sure there are people that know something about firearms and are not pro-gun or not very pro-gun.
Well, yeah, these are usually professionals that use firearms, and they usually don't have the same stance on civilian ownership.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to firearms. So you don't want one of them guys making the laws either, because he can have all the guns he thinks that he's qualified to have that he also thinks you're not qualified to have. So it's hard.
It's the stranger thing is, like, okay, in the U.S. I get it, but here, where you have a lot of these people that like fucking know all this shit, they still don't get those people into the government agency that does this, and the government agency is still full of people that don't understand shit about firearms. It's really unbelievable.
Well, I think the ATF has some gun people, some people that aren't, fully against guns, or they're, I don't know, they're just employees, really.
Wait,
They got no
know
law enforcement, and that's where they got a job.
You can know a lot of shit about guns and still be anti-gun. I know a bunch of people who are like that.
Oh yeah, I told you. These are usually professionals
Mm-hmm.
that have gotten training.
Yeah, all the the California DOJ, the anti-gunners that work in the DOJ office, they're freaking super, like, I mean, how do you think Dianne Feinstein came up with that list? It's by people that know stuff about guns, and they knew enough to where they, you know, only got out the rifles and magazines and, you know, variants that they considered assault weapons. And they really, I mean, they're turncoats. They're people that, you know, they probably like guns. They probably have a bunch by themselves, but they don't want civilians owning them.
Right.
Yeah, I feel like I shouldn't be involved in this conversation at this point. Goddamn. Conversation at this point because I'm not holding my Zenith pistol, so I'll be back in a second.
I wasn't even this excited about my Scorpion. Maybe I was when I got my Scorpion.
Be right back.
Oh, you're getting yours too?
What?
You getting yours Zenith too?
No. I gotta freaking go grab something to eat.
Alright.
Brandon's like fucking has to be careful when you open the cupboard. Because guns.
Speaking of,
Let's get out our CZs and we can be butt buddies together too.
I know, I got mine.
Oh, mine's downstairs waiting to be cleaned.
I was really excited. I got it.
Echo.
Turn my shit up again. Sorry.
Echo.
I'll echo your face.
Echo.
Echo Bravo base.
Am I still echoing now?
Yeah.
It's even better.
Mm-hmm.
It's a better echo.
What? Really?
Not really.
What's this shit?
I hate myself. I mean, I hate my voice.
The auto-tune is real.
Am I really still echoing? What the fuck? I can barely hear you guys anymore.
Like hardcore echo.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's it. It's done.
Alright, sounds like it's not. Nope,
No,
it's still going.
Wow.
Anyway.
Alright, whatever. Fuck it. I just want to talk.
Does this sound like an echo? Oh, we're done with the echo.
We just won't talk over you, Smegs, when you talk. I was pretty excited to get this gray CZ back when I got it. I'm a little over it now, but you know, I felt like a Zenith MP5K guy.
They just came out with the flat dark earth Scorpion. It looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I wish they would have done that, like, because they know people would have fucking bought it. They should have just done that from the get-go.
Yeah, but here's the thing. It's marketing for them because now they know people are going to go and buy, like, my dumbass. I saw that, and I was like, oh.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm not falling for their shit. I don't want another Scorpion unless they make better mags. And the Gen 2 Scorpions, I've read that they have more problems than the ones that were initially shipped over to us. Because what year was stamped on the bolt on your Scorpion? Do you remember? Or did you go away to eat again?
I never bought a Scorpion, so I don't know. Although, I was at my gun shop earlier last week, when I got the Zenith, and they had the flat dark earth Scorpions. It looked neat.
Well, supposedly they're cutting some corners on these new commercial ones. The initial batches that were brought over from CZ were like leftover military guns that they just dropped in. Totally different. A different company came along and made the trigger pack and the grip or whatever. And I forget the name of the company, but it wasn't CZ. So the whole upper was an old surplus kind of extra. They have extra of these. Because the bolt that I had was from 2012. It didn't get imported until the end of 2014 or the beginning of 2015. And now I hear all the new ones that are having, like, the commercial ones are having problems. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I would like the original Scorpion.
The Gen 2 has a lot more cool features. Like, it has the real thread and the old thread. So it has an adapter built into it already.
No, I
Yeah,
mean the actual
I was at the
original
shop
one.
today to like ship out my mini AK to BGERK. Wasn't able to do it, but like the shop, they were completely out of guns. Like all their handguns were gone. Like apparently they sold all of them at the gun show over the weekend.
I was going to say, they probably financed them all out.
Yeah. I'm like, yo, where the fuck is your burnt bronze Glock? The dude's like, oh, we sold the fuck out of those. If you want, we can order you one and finance it. And I'm like, nope, you're not getting me that fucking trap a second time.
My range still has all the funky colors. I forget the company that's distributing the colored Glocks, but it's not Lipsy's.
They were saying it was Ellipses. That was the burnt bronze one.
Nah, that's not Lipsy's.
It wasn't?
Nope.
Okay.
Check Lipsy's site. You won't find a full burnt bronze gun.
Hmm.
There's Amcar, which is AMCHAR. They're the ones that are doing the Battlefield Green Glocks, like all of them. And then a totally different distributor, not Lipsy's or Amcar, is doing the Egyptian sand, the burnt bronze, and the full tungsten, full bronze, full Egyptian sand Glocks.
Who's doing the, like, what is it, tungsten blue with titanium slide?
I don't know who's doing that fucker. The 43, it's only coming in a 43 so far.
Yeah, that thing's fucking cool.
It's probably them. It's probably the people that do the Egyptian sand and burnt bronze. Because
Yeah.
they're the only ones that have that like sparkly polymer shit in their guns. The tungsten has it. The bronze has it. That blue frame has it.
Yeah.
Still no navy blue. Glock 19. Black slide.
Yeah, I think I might need to own this Z43P, the 5.56 roller blowback.
Oh god.
I mean, it's a German design, so it's superior.
Yes, but it's Turkish production, so it's probably made out of like goat skin.
It's made out of homosexuals and other infidels. They grind them up and use them to make MIM.
How come no one makes the original Scorpion anymore? Or do they?
Someone makes them, yeah. I think someone makes them. It's a small company. I forget who they are.
It's a really cool gun. I don't know. Like,
I know that Bob can get them in Canada for like $400 or some shit. He sent me a link a couple years ago.
I'm talking about the 61, yes?
The 32 caliber?
Yeah.
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 Coffee.
I'd get one of those in a heartbeat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you should do it.
If it was full auto, it would be nasty.
Honestly, I'm not a big fan of CZ.
Well, that's
Oh, really?
Because you're weird.
I just don't like that company, dude. They're not that great.
They're a horrible company.
Yeah.
I mean,
Terrible.
their country lets their citizens carry a gun for self-defense.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, cool. I wish I can get famous off of
They
copying
hate
the
companies.
1911.
1911. You got a better argument if you tell us they copied the high power.
We've been down this road with Flippy before.
The high power is just a copy of the 1911 done by a Frenchman.
Yeah, so Flippy,
So
you have
it's lesser.
let's go over this. You have a problem with them copying. Let's say they copied the 19. You have a problem with them copying the 1911. but not every other fucking gun company in the world who actually did literally copy the 1911 and sells 1911 clones.
Yeah, but they call them 1911s.
What about the Smith & Wesson 5900 series? They're like SIG clones almost.
He doesn't even know what those are.
I don't know what those are.
He doesn't know if it's before the age of plastic. Flippy doesn't know what the fuck it is unless it's a 1911. Like, you could show Flippy a muzzle-loading, single-shot fucking pistol, and he'd be like, oh, that's a 1911. It has metal in it.
Nah, it's made of wood. It's clearly a blunderbuss.
How come no one ever smacked you?
Because no one
Just
can
the
get
sheer
close
sound
enough.
of like disappointment in your voice is fantastic. It's just like utter I give up.
I really just hope like that someone like shoots you with a CZ.
I mean, I'm not planning on breaking into anyone's house, especially the poor people's house.
That's pretty fucked up, Amit.
Not like lethally, just like fucking like shoots him in the leg or something.
Oh, okay, that's cool then.
No, I don't want him to die. I think he needs to learn a lesson.
Dude, somebody's gonna come up and like Flippy with a CZ, but before they do, they're gonna be like, "Do you bleed?" or something.
Look at that beauty.
I'm like, nah, I don't bleed. I'm a dude. I don't have periods. What beauty? You're not showing anything.
You can't see my screen?
I can't see anything that would be called a beauty on your screen. Maybe that little mini Glock, I guess, kind of.
This one? I got a little mini CZ too somewhere.
The little Glock.
You mother, there it is.
Are those illegal in California?
There's the mini CZ.
Yeah, it's a high capacity keychain.
I wanted to get one of those, but they don't have a PO1. So I didn't.
I have one of those keychains.
Yeah.
Oh, yours looks exactly like mine. Like, it's. Where'd you get the grips?
San Diego.
Oh, so yours are. Wow, yours look.
Mine aren't Turkish.
His aren't terrorist, but they are communist.
No, well, it's
Well,
not
they're
a-
actually, they might be racist and communist because it's the Triple K grip company.
Right.
Wow, by the way, the finish on that is really nice. Is that like the factory finish on the SP1?
Yeah.
Really?
It's
Oh.
it's a regular poly coat, the poly coat they use or whatever.
Somehow that looks
Shit's
nicer
tough.
than mine.
It's probably like one of the toughest coatings. It's like an AR, it's like a nice AR coating on your fucking gun.
I don't know, yours looks better than mine for some reason. Mine just might have been fucking fucked around with more.
Surprised my Wi-Fi is allowing all this bandwidth right now.
Yeah.
Maybe Flippy likes plastic CZs? Maybe that's the problem.
I just don't like CZs. I can't get into them. They're ugly. It's like if someone took a 1911 and decides to be like, yo, 45 is like a great caliber. Let's make it less and make it uglier.
You're just beyond repair.
Yeah. I can
feel like-
understand you not liking CZs and all, but
It'd be like taking an AR and like duct taping a big floppy dildo to it and be like, haha, I've improved the AR. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Never mind the fact that it's like not a 1911 in any way, shape, or form. It's a completely different firearm, but never mind.
well, no. You know what gun is way prettier than a CZ? One of those. What the hell was that gun you wanted, Flippy?
P30L.
No. Rex-
FN
Rex 1.
FNX Tactical 45.
The Rex 1.
The Rex 1. Yeah, that's a pretty gun.
That's not. That fucking gun is ugly.
Nah,
I'll be the
it's,
first to admit
it's
that
pretty enough.
these
And the P30L is just like a work of beauty.
P30L is not the prettiest in the world either.
Nah,
That's
it
another-
it
Look at that.
absolutely is.
Look at that ass.
Dude, that's the kind of ass you can bounce a fucking quarter off of.
Right? That's the kind of trunk space you want in a little car.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm the only one that got the right gun.
I mean, I might get the right gun. It might come back to me someday as the right gun. That reminds me. Tomorrow I need to call them. Be like, yeah. It's been like 2 months. I'm just checking in.
Yeah, I think that's a very ugly gun, by the way. I don't like any of their, aesthetically, I don't like any of their pistols.
Ow! Fuck, it's the last time I shaved with a fucking double-edged razor.
I have the mini version of this too.
Oh, the P30SK?
Yeah. It's in my wife's purse.
Or the P30?
Yeah.
No, the P30 is like, I didn't like the P30 because it's got the same size grip as this, but with a little like stubby. It's like cut off right there.
Yeah, it's a shorter barrel P30. They need to make the P30 XL. And just give it like a 9-inch barrel or something fucking dumb.
There you go. I got a gun for you.
Also, the Mark 23, fucking work of art. Glorious.
That is a nice,
Desert Eagle.
What about that one?
that is a nice gun, by the way.
Nah, I'm not interested in the Walter.
It's
No.
called a Walter.
Yeah, if I wanted a Walter, I worship Hitler? I don't know. I don't know where I'm fucking going. Hitler had a Walter.
Did he?
Yeah, that's what he fucking shot himself in the face with.
Where's my yeah? Well, James Bond carried one, right?
You know,
Yeah,
wait,
it was
James-
like
James
gold embossed.
That's a nice gun. It's a fucking ugly gun, but it's a nice shooting gun. I like that gun.
I like this one better. Even though this one shoots better, this one has a better trigger, the 45. It's like, bing. I
Hitler,
don't know how many pounds it is.
Hitler had a Volkswagen Beetle.
Hitler had one of those. If Hitler had one of these.
Like Flippy, Hitler also had hands. That doesn't mean I'm not gonna have hands now.
I mean, I'm just saying, if you want to own fucking Nazi memorabilia because you like Nazis, go for it.
Are you calling Walther Arms Nazis?
Yeah,
What about
That's a problem.
HK?
they
Yes.
weren't around during the Nazis. They didn't
Sure
exist
they
with
were.
the Nazis. No, they didn't.
Then
The
maybe they
company
weren't
was-
making guns. Maybe they were making something else.
No, H&K did.
Maybe they were making gas chambers. HK gas chambers.
H&K didn't exist until after Nazi Germany fell.
I'm
Nah.
going to have to see the history of this company because I know a lot of companies that have been around at least 100 years before they became like big in something successful.
Yeah, like
H&K
Fanta soda.
made-
That was Hitler's favorite soda was Fanta.
Before
H&K
H&K, it was Mauser. And the engineers of Mauser made guns for the Nazis. But then after World War II happened and the Nazis fled, they went down to Spain and they started making the
So
Steffi.
HK is like a Nazi gun.
Nah, HK
Didn't
didn't
it
Didn't
make
Mauser
Mauser.
turn into HK?
Yeah, they were making
kind of.
Mausers for,
Yeah,
for
they were
Nazis.
fucking Mauser. Like HK is basically Mauser, dude. Like,
Well, yeah, Mauser came first, but then Mauser, the engineers at Mauser
Hitler
fled
just
to
knew that
Spain.
he needed a quality gun to blow his own brains out with, so he got the Walther.
I mean, have you ever seen the Hitler gun?
What came first, the Mauser or the egg?
yeah, it was a Glock 19 RTF2.
Vickers.
With a fucking RMR?
Dude, that'd be so funny if like they actually showed the photos and it's like, wait a second, what's wrong with that photo? And there's like a fucking TRP next to it.
These are like
Nazis were like so far ahead of their time. They invented the Glock. It just
All
wasn't
these
until years
guns-
later that Gaston found the plans for it.
all these guns I showed are like third world pretty. because they're all like duty guns. There's like actual pretty guns out there.
Yeah, it's a shame we can't get like a lot of the third world guns that are out there. They make some good looking guns.
Saying that's what we have in terms of prettiness.
Like what?
Good guy with a gun had the Apartheid 9, the South African 9mm.
Free South Africa, you dumb son of a bitch.
Dude, I'd like to get a street sweeper.
Dude, we had one at my shop. It was $300. Nobody bought it for like 3 years, and then some dude came and said, "Fine."
300, dude. That gun is a fucking like NFA item.
I know.
Well, it's the $5 tax stamp one though, because it's any other weapon, isn't it? Or is it a destructive device?
It's SPS.
Okay. Well, they all got turned into SBSs, but they were like labeled destructive devices or any other weapon.
Barbara Boxer was the first one to bring up the controversial bullshit behind it. She was like, "No, no, no."
We can't have a shotgun with a fucking wheel.
Yeah.
A wheel-fed shotgun. Think
Yeah.
of the children. They'll fucking blow their brains out.
Yeah, there was
There's a pretty gun.
Piece behind it. It was it had Bill Clinton and like a bunch of police chiefs up there, and this one guy who freaking like started the whole controversy around the Cobra shotgun. He pulled it up and he freaking held it up in front of all the reporters. He's like, "Look at this. That's for killing people. That's what that's made for. It's an incredible weapon." He sounded like a broken Yoda.
That also sounds like a fucking lie. It was not an incredible weapon.
That sounds familiar. Who said this?
Remember, there was a speech.
Attention.
There was a speech when Bill Clinton was doing the assault weapon. Right before he was going to sign the assault weapons ban, and this old guy with glasses, like who was wearing like a members only like getup, and he held up the gun. He looked like one of the henchmen from the '80s, like out of those movies, and
Yeah,
he was all like, "Look at this. That's
like a real scumbag.
Yeah, look at this. That's for killing people. Make no mistake about it."
That's for killing people. Yeah, no shit. Now give it to me.
You have magazine limits when hunting animals. Shouldn't you have magazine limits when you're hunting people?
Oh, I know. I was like,
It's like, what? Where do you fucking hunt people? Dianne Feinstein, what the fuck are you doing in your free time?
Yeah. Is that what she did with her permit and revolver?
So that's what she was like
She
saying.
went around fucking Frisco hunting people.
Fucking capping people, I guess.
She carried a SIG, the little SIG that looked like PPK.
Oh, did she? I was gonna buy one of them once. I was so close. The black tactical one with the tritium night sights.
I can't buy
really
one
close to
because
getting
Dianne
one.
Feinstein owned one and she's a cunt.
Nah, that would be awesome to get the Dianne Feinstein special.
I bet Dianne Feinstein probably has an MP5K, a real one.
If I walked into a shop today and that gun was in the used rack like it was before, I'd probably buy it.
It just had Dianne Feinstein's face like engraved on the side of it.
Like a bobblehead, like a Dianne Feinstein head front sight.
Yeah.
Here's the other thing.
This gun's for killing people.
How is she still alive? Like, isn't she like 90?
Because all
She's
that
supposed
hate.
to retire soon.
Yeah, and then we'll
Leave.
get someone else who's just as anti-gun.
And then she's gonna like go move into with the Bradys,
Right.
run the Brady campaign.
Hi, I'm Dianne Feinstein. I've been a cunt for 33 years. And with my help, you can too.
You know, she, in her defense, she actually has a reason to kind of fear guns. Like, she's a cunt, and I don't like her one bit. But
There was a guy shot in front of her, right?
Yeah. She plugged the hole with her finger in the guy's neck.
Yeah.
Like, so
I don't know.
Out of anybody, she actually has a reason to be somewhat biased.
Nah.
Still naive to think that you can make things peaceful by disarming peaceful people.
Oh yeah, no, but I totally agree.
So something went wrong with her traumatic incident where it fucked up the way a critical thinker should analyze a fucking situation over years and years and years.
Yeah,
I'm
my
pretty-
dad, when he was younger and like in medical school, ran into a car wreck in which he tried to help. He died in his arms, but he wasn't then like, well, cars are fucking evil. We need to ban those because people crash them and little girls die.
You know that the rebuttal I hear on that argument, and they say, well,
In
cars,
fact, he still drives a car to this day.
they said that cars were not originally made for killing people, and they say that like they said if you ban cars, like that would greatly affect how people get around, and so that's what they say.
Oh well, if you ban guns, it'll greatly affect how people protect themselves.
I mean, let's just fuck it.
They
They only
both
want.
cause they both cause the same amount of death, whether it's negligence or accidental
Or intentional.
or intentional. Basically, I don't think intentional as much.
Well,
I mean, the police should be the only ones with cars. Like, law enforcement should be the only one with cars.
But it's
And then
intentional
public
if you're drunk
transportation.
driving. It's intentional. You know better.
can you imagine that?
Drunk driving.
Can you imagine that? You see like a fucking like a Dodge Charger that's an SRT8 that goes over 100 miles an hour and on the side of it it says law enforcement military use only.
Yeah. This is a high capacity car. This is what they call a ghost car. You can manufacture this in your garage.
Right. All you need is a pulley.
Is it an automatic?
Hey, that'd be cool if we were reduced down the manuals. I'd be fine with that. Traffic would be a bitch, but save me money on
They're
gas.
supposed to do drive-bys in a manual.
I mean, people have been doing drive-bys for years. They found ways.
And
I guess.
was like the
I just don't feel like practicing a new way of drive-bying.
That'll be the next tactical school that James Yeager offers.
The
Tactical
drive-by.
drive-by?
The drive-by, it'll be called.
And you gotta bring your, like, Tech 9s and...
You'll get to do both sides. Like, you'll get to, take cover from a drive-by shooter, and you'll get to be the drive-by shooter.
That would actually be fun.
I mean, that'd be fun for one
Yeah.
of you, not the other one.
Yeah.
Well, you get to do both, so it all evens out. It's balance. Yin and yang.
Dude, I was
Salt, pepper.
back when I was a kid, like we were rolling around in my Jeep and I had the top off, but my fucking friend, he was all like, "Oh look, oh, like because there was like a little like a clay target that was on the ground." He's like, "Check this out," and he pulls out a little 380 Versa and he fires it right inside the car, dude, and it like goes off next to my ear. I was like, "Get the fuck out of my car!" And like,
You're lucky. You're
were
lucky
in-
that the 380's not that loud.
No, yeah, dude, I would have lost my hearing. And we were in the woods, like we were way out, dude, in the forest. So like nobody was around. And but it was just like so loud, dude. I'm like, dude, you're walking back. He's like, but it's like 5 miles. And I was like, well, you better start running.
Should I mount my MRO on top of one of my Glocks?
No, you should mount it on your Jeep.
Right?
My Jeep?
Mhm.
I don't have a Jeep.
Oh. So you better buy a Jeep before they ban them.
Right.
Well,
Those
I
are
put in the-
high-capacity vehicles.
Here, let's see if I can,
Oh, Flippy.
Mhm.
Last night my manhood got saved.
Yeah, do you want to retry that?
Okay. Last night I had fun.
Okay, that one's better. The other one sounds really weird.
Yeah, I just thought about that for a second. I was like, oh.
What about Saturday?
I almost got pegged, but then luckily they slipped on a banana and I ran away. My manhood is safe. Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, duct tape that to your slide or JB Weld it.
JB Weld, I was thinking.
I should totally take your advice more, Flippy.
Everyone should take my advice more. I'm the only one who knows what the fuck is actually going on.
You should write a book.
I'd read it.
What was that fucking Confucius
I
book?
wouldn't buy it, but I'd read it.
The Story of War or whatever.
Yeah.
Just write the story of whore.
The story of horror.
Yeah.
Dude, it was funny. Like, she came over and we actually just freaking hung out and played zombies in The Division all night.
The fuck out of here.
Serious.
I mean, what do you got? Like a LAN setup? A LAN system? LAN party?
Well, it turned into
Wan.
like that's
What
Like-
the fuck?
like she came over and she was all like, "No way, is that The Division?" I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "You play?" And she's like, "Yeah." She's like,
This is who I think from Saturday?
"Yeah."
Late Saturday. Oh, shit.
So, and I was like, "Yeah." I'm like, "What? Do you play?" She's like, "Yeah, but I have a PlayStation." I was like, "Well, I don't know if we can be friends." And I was like, "Yeah, my friend Flippy has a fucking PlayStation. That's why we don't play together."
You can give her my gamer tag on the
Right.
Yeah.
PlayStation.
You
And
can
then
give her my gamer tag too.
And then she was like, "What the fuck is a Flippy?" And then she's like, "Is that like a gang name or something?" And I was all like, "Yeah, he's like from the East Side Pandas."
Back to he's the only one who knows what the fuck is up. He's my spiritual life coach.
Yeah. He told me that you were a good idea. But it's funny, dude. We ended up just like fucking hanging out, and then we went like a late night run to In-N-Out, and just I was like, "Oh my god, like you're actually kind of like a friend." And then she's like, "Yeah, no, like I had fun. Like here, like keep my number. Like what are you doing like next week?" And I was like, "Well, I don't know if I want to do this again." She's like, "Dumb shit. I'm asking you to hang out." And I was like, "Oh, okay."
Hey, been down that road before.
What, playing Xbox?
No.
Yeah, this is going to when the chat goes dead and we're not live anymore. This is going to be a fun after hours chat.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna save this one for later.
So you over on the Gun Channel side, be sure to be up fucking late at night and hop in the lobby when it goes dead. You will have an entertaining night.
What? Why are we gonna have a fun after show? I haven't really been paying attention.
You're gonna
Hire male strippers.
You're gonna tune
You?
in to the late night show with Flippy. Gun channels.
Dude, last night's chat was fucking great. I got into some argument with a weirdo over trannies on the internet.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, and I was just reading my fucking conversation with them to the people in the chat. It was great.
Yeah,
What was he
because it's
saying?
scum.
That he's anti-tranny or what?
Well, apparently I'm anti-tranny because I'm like, if you have a wiener, you're a dude. If you have like a vajayjay, you're a girl. And they tried to explain to me that I was wrong and that gender has nothing to do with your genitals.
I'm only for fully automatic trannies.
In which I was like, you're fucking dumb. That's why genitals and gender sound the same. Because they're the same. They like directly dictate what your gender is.
So does he understand that the United States recognizes people that have a penis as a male?
I don't know. At one point, I'm like, look, what you're saying is fucking lunacy. My gender is a goddamn Pokemon. I'm a Pokemon gender. And because I'm saying this, despite the fact that I have a wiener, you have to accept that I'm a Pokemon.
I use the gender-neutral bathroom in the airport in San Diego. So I was like, I don't want anyone standing next to me. And this bathroom had said, open to anyone not dependent on their gender or their identity or some shit or whatever. I'm like, oh, it's a tranny bathroom. Cool.
Hey, you know what my high school had? Stalls with no doors on them.
Yeah, I had that too.
When you go into those bathrooms, do they like give you like a free tranny flush and like top off the fluids?
Nah, you go in there to stuff a condom full of gauze so you can like swap it out.
Anyway, if you wanted to take a shit in high school, you had to do it in front of like random people. It could have been anybody walking in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Take a dump.
Dude, that's like every school though. Like for some reason, some asshole every school just goes in and kicks open all of the fucking doors. in the bathroom. And
No,
it's
no,
just
no.
like my
The
copier
school
done.
did it on purpose. School did it so that
Why?
you couldn't hide anything behind the door in the bathroom.
Oh yeah,
Don't mind me. My cock is just flopping around while I'm taking a shit.
especially
Yeah.
my school. I had Father McFeely.
Oh. Father Dory? When you were doing, like, lights out drills, did you just feel, like, inappropriate at that point?
Like, you can go leave school after the lights go out, Mr. Estrella. And I was like, all right, my Father McFeely.
I feel weird. Why? Something's caressing my booty. No, it's not. Something's poking me.
This is
Stop poking me.
Hey, Flippy, did you buy that $1,000 High Point?
No, I didn't. I bought a $1,000 terrorist gun. And then $600 more. Because it was $1,600 and not $1,000.
Oh, did Zenith ever get back to you?
Yeah. Oh, hold on. Let me pull up their email. They didn't answer my question. It was great.
About the swag?
No, they never got back to me about swag. They literally just were like, all right, hold on. Email. Fucking work, you cocksucker. All right. Good morning, Christopher. We are anxiously awaiting an order of magazines and other accessories for the Z5 line of pistols. Also, we are preparing to move into a much larger facility where we will have space to store additional products.
His bedroom.
Which has been very limited in the past, close parentheses. In the meantime, you can check somewhere like hkparts.net or HK Factory magazines for the standard MP5. Please keep checking back on our website for the latest product offerings. Respectfully, Rob Moses, Customer Service Representative. This was my question. Yo, where the fuck do I buy MKE Z5P mags, dude? I can't find those shits anywhere. And I'm told that the fucking SPK5s or whatever, the fucking HK magazines won't fit. Help me.
Well, they sold out to a third-party distributor.
Yeah, they didn't help me. They're like, just go buy them off H&K. I'm like, motherfucker, I'm told they don't work. They don't work.
Well, it didn't work with mine, dude, so maybe it was a different mag. I don't know.
Get Pro Mags.
Also, I was talking to, like, the dude at my gun shop today because I went in to go ship off my my PAP pistol, which the guy was like, yeah. He's like, look, I'm going to be, like, upfront with you. Don't have us ship it off. We'll charge you more. Just go straight to FedEx. FedEx will ship it for you, and it'll be a lot cheaper because we're just going to charge you money, and then we're going to go to FedEx and do it. And I'm like, just take my goddamn money. I don't want to go to fucking FedEx.
Wait, doesn't it have to go from FFL to FFL?
No, it doesn't. It has to go from a firearm shipping place to an FFL. It doesn't have to go from FFL to FFL. Or at least in my state. They're like, and I'm like, just shut up and take my goddamn money. And they're like, I'm trying to help you out. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Take my money. Long story short, they didn't take my money. But, so I have to go to FedEx tomorrow and ship it out. But, yeah, while I was talking to him, he's like, yo, he's like, do you go to the gun? He's like, did you go to the last gun show? And I'm like, no. He's like, there's literally an Army surplus guy at the gun shows. He goes to all of them, and he sells H&K magazines, like the MP5s, like the real military contract ones, for like $15 a piece because they're surplus. And I'm like, oh. And he's like, yeah, like fucking go in there with your MP5 and stuff it in and see if it works. And I'm like, okay.
Maybe I should try this.
Yeah. I'm like, yo, I'm like, you're a gun shop, so you fucking go to those. Could you just buy me like a set of them and I'll just pay you? And he's like, no, go fucking support the goddamn gun shows, you motherfucker. I was like, I'm trying to support you. Give me fucking shit for money.
Yeah, I don't know about supporting gun shows, man. They charge a lot.
Oh, here it's like $5 to go in.
Over here at the Phoenix Fairgrounds, it was like $20 to go in. I'm like, dude, it's not like I'm gonna go watch a movie and get like served drink or something.
Yeah, that's weird. Like, I personally don't like having to spend money.
You know, that's what I thought when I joined ACN, but sometimes it takes money to make money. But in their case, it takes money to spend money makes no sense.
Like that's what bothers me. I don't like the idea that, which if it's like $5, 'cause most of the time it's only like $5. It's annoying, but it's like whatever. But it's like if I go in there, I spend like $10. I go in and don't fucking find anything, then I just threw $10 at the fucking wall.
Oh, speaking of like investments, this little Glock light, dude, this thing is fucking awesome. Like it's the best purchase ever. It's
Is that the CX1 or whatever?
yeah,
XC1?
yeah, XC1.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the little one.
This guy fits perfectly in my pants.
You got a holster for it?
I'm using my Blackhawk right now because it's
Are you
it's
pirouetting?
Hmm?
Pirouetting? Are you spinning in the circle? Oh, well, okay. I see.
Yeah, you should pick up a Raven concealment holster.
See, this fits good because it doesn't like kick me in the stomach when I sit down. And all those Kydex holsters, that's all they do. They love kicking me in the stomach.
Yeah, it's the sweat guard.
So every time like I go to shift or something like that, I always just get like my gut pinched or kicked in the balls. So yeah.
Yeah, I carry correctly, so it's comfortable and I have no issues. And now that I'm using a holster that isn't utter garbage, I'm not afraid to like fucking blow my leg off.
Oh, check this out. So I put the aim point on the MR. Yeah.
Nice.
You might want to lower the height of it because it's a little too high on that.
No, it looks good.
Wow.
I like it when it's high. It makes it look like a gun of Resident Evil.
It should be an absolute co-witness with that mount.
Well, no, because on the H&K MR556, the rail on it is actually higher than a normal AR-15.
Yeah, but is it higher than the sights?
No, it's not higher than the sights, but the sights are set to where it's supposed to be the right height if you're using the original
So
factory
what
sights.
Flippy wants is like an upper 1/3 co-witness instead of
Yeah.
a lower 1/3. Which,
Yeah, the lower 1/3 is fine.
yeah, but it's all about that upper 1/3. That's like the new operator.
So your dot is like always in the middle of your front sight?
Yep.
Exactly. Like you don't even
Fucking
want to
awesome.
see the dot, so it's not distracting. That's
Well,
what it is.
when you get into a gunfight, you don't use your sights anyways, so just take them off. You don't need sights.
That's true.
I take a hacksaw to all of my guns and cut all the sights off of them because, like, you don't use
Oh,
sights in a
here we
gunfight.
go. Here we go, dude.
Is it changing a light bulb?
I think he's
I'm-
getting ready to hang himself.
I think he's planting like Emperor IEDs.
He's wiretapping himself.
He's doing the
He's
James
checking.
Bond thing. He's like stuffing shotgun shells into the light fixture.
He's checking for wiretaps.
Yep.
I think he filled some like light bulbs up with gasoline. So when they flick that
Damn.
switch,
It's gonna Allahu Akbar himself.
Allah Akbar!
what
Allah
movie was
Akbar,
that? Where the
Allah
guy
Akbar.
like filled up light bulbs full of like gasoline.
I
That
know.
was The Longest Yard, the remake.
Was it?
No. Dude, what I always
Yeah.
wanted to do in those movies where they take the MP5K and they shoot the lights out.
Are you gonna shoot your lights out?
No, The Longest Yard, the original one, had the light bulb, right? And the remake had the radio that blew up.
It's like in every movie, dude. You see the guy's like, get the lights, so he's just like.
There might have been a newer gang movie. He's talking about like the movie. Was it a prison movie you're talking about, Dead Horse?
I don't remember. I just remember a movie of like where a guy like filled up light bulbs full of like gasoline, and then like I don't know, remember if it was bad guys or cops that came into the building after him. They like turned on the lights and shit blew up. Like that's all I remember.
I
Maybe
remember
they did
that
it in a
James
few
Bond
movies.
movie. What was it? Quantum of Solace or whatever?
Didn't James Bond have the MP5 SD?
I don't know. All I know is he like put shotgun shells in his light fixtures. So like when dudes were walking through the house, he would just flip on lights and fucking blat them.
Huh, I wonder if that would work. Well, what's that movie I saw with Liam Neeson, where like about the wolves and stuff? They
Oh,
put
Into
they
the
put
Gray?
they put shotgun shells at the end of the spears.
Yeah, that was Into the Gray. That was pretty good. I enjoyed that movie.
Nah.
I can't enjoy Liam Neeson anymore. Like he betrayed me.
Oh, now that he's a Muslim?
Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a Muslim and he's a anti-American, anti-freedom, anti-gun.
Yeah, he's an anti-freedom America Muslim now.
Didn't he play like Admiral Shane in Battleship? Like he's a sailor. So.
He's a good actor.
He's a good actor, but
They play it on the air now.
now that he's Muslim, he's just not a good person anymore.
Just to go back.
You gotta be a pretty hardcore SJW to join a religion for sympathy.
Huh.
JoiningMuslimsForSympathy.com. MuslimMingle.com.
Probably is one.
Dude, that's so funny. Actually, dude, there is a freaking Muslim.com, like MuslimDating.com website. For whatever reason, it came up during the Young Turks freaking video.
Of course it did. They're all a bunch of dirty Turks.
It's just a bunch of dudes and a bunch of goats.
Yeah. The real question is, how fucking advanced are their goats that they know how to use the internet now?
Oh, I know, right?
It's like, you know, not much. Just sitting here bleeding and, like, getting milked by Farmer Bob. What are you doing, Muhammad XXX Muhammad?
The real hot ones are covered up all the time, or they'll get acid thrown in their face.
I know, that's so stupid. It's like... Oh, man, can you imagine what freaking, like, a Muslim penthouse would look like? It wouldn't sell.
That's not true. They sell quite heavily. Have you not seen the fucking crazy penthouses in, like, Dubai?
Mm-mm.
Like, they're actually insane. Like, it's gold everything and, like, giant fucking windows that you can see all the crazy Dubai.
Is there a car in a skyscraper that you can jump from building to building?
I mean,
Right.
you have your own person. For some of them, one of them I saw, you have, like, a special elevator to where you can bring your cars up into your penthouse with you.
Yeah,
I need that in my life.
saw that in Fast 7.
I haven't seen Fast 7 yet. I need to do that. I need to
It's
watch it.
good.
It's good. I
I
won't
also
watch
need to go
Fast 8.
buy more ZQI ammunition.
Yes. That's what everyone needs to do. We just need to go out and just start buying ZQI and friggin' turkey guns.
Turkey guns.
Oh yeah, did you ever get anything from fucking MKE or Zenith or whatever?
Swag.
Yeah, did you ever get your swag?
No, man. I hit them up on Instagram like 100 times, and I guess they don't believe in responding. So, I'm gonna freaking send them an email.
Just be like it's for the Yankee Marshal or Edge.
Yeah, I know Edge.
Does Edge not like Zenith or what?
No, or I don't know.
No, but if you just say you know Edge, you should be able to get shit done.
That's a good point. I'm going to fucking reply to this dude and be like, "Yo, that's cool. Can I get some free stuff?"
Why does Edge work with Zenith or?
No.
Nah, we're just fucking with you. It's like a running joke. And you ruined it. Thanks.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. I don't understand things a lot, so that's my downfall.
That's alright. I don't understand much either.
I don't question anything anymore. I just go with it.
Why not?
What was it that Wesley Snipes said? Some motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate uphill.
Yeah.
I think he said, "Yo, you can't fucking arrest me. I'm Wesley Snipes. I don't give a shit if I am a tax evader."
That's why
And
I
then
wanted
he
him for president.
And then he's like, "Motherfucker, are you out of your damn mind?"
Then he got put in jail. They're like,
I hope to make another Blade movie, and he wants to make another Blade movie.
I think
He
they're
does.
going to.
And they would make a great one, dude. As long as they get the guys that made
Yeah.
Blade the sequel or the first one.
Get them with the choreographers from John Wick, and it'll be good as shit.
Yeah,
Oh.
and then make it a Netflix TV show instead of a movie.
They did that. It sucked.
Blade as a Netflix TV show, they have not done that.
Well, no, but they made a. It wasn't Netflix, but it was
It was on Sci-Fi.
It was a TV show and it was terrible. It starred that guy. What's his name? Bokeem Woodbine.
Yeah.
Like he's. I don't
Oh,
know,
it was terrible. They just had a marathon on the other day. I recorded all of them. I haven't watched any of them yet. But I was like, oh, I like Blade. This might be cool.
It's one season and they leave you with the worst cliffhanger ever.
That guy is the guy from what was that movie you were talking about the other day?
He played in The Rock as Sergeant Crisp.
Yeah. But he was in that Marky Mark movie too with Christina Applegate.
Oh, The Big Hit.
Yeah. And
He was the
before that, like his first movie was like some gangster movie.
He was
I can't
like,
remember the name of it.
He was the guy that was always like flexing his hand. He's like straight jacking, man.
Yeah. Oh, and in Dead Presidents, he was like the crazy guy that kept the fucking guy's head in his backpack.
He was all like, "Get rid of that fucking head, And like he started cutting heads off. He's like, "Now you're good. Now Jesus loves you." Yeah, that movie Dead Presidents was really good, actually. I liked it.
Yeah, I liked it.
The only thing like I didn't like that they actually got caught. That pissed me off.
Yeah, well, they didn't pull it off.
Like all the shit.
It was
that they
sloppy.
went through.
Yeah, they tried to like plan it out. I don't know. Am I spoiling it? Or has
I
it
don't
been
care. I'm probably never gonna watch
decades?
Dead Presidents, so you're good.
Oh, it's a good movie, Flippy.
Yeah, I'm going to just have to fucking buy a magazine from HNKparts.com.
Don't do it.
It's like they did a lot of planning and zero scouting.
Yeah.
Like they did
well,
one day of scouting.
What do you expect from Marines? And that's funny too because they were recon Marines too.
Yeah, that is funny.
Absolutely. Fucking Mark Levin always in my freaking radio.
Should I buy this South Korean fucking MP5 magazine?
Should you buy what?
The South Korean MP5 magazine?
No, then you'll really have problems.
I would try at least one, like I said before.
It's like $30, dude. It's like, I think I can buy them on Botach for like 25.
I want to buy like a grip of those 50-round drums that they sell for the MP5.
Oh yeah, you're only getting them from Germany, so good luck finding them.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
They don't sell them in the United States?
I think you'll have a hard time getting it.
Is it like import or what?
I don't know. I think they originally made them for like something overseas. I'm gonna look it up. Let's see. It's X Products, right?
No, X Products. I don't think they make that. I don't think they make the MP5 yet. Don't quote me.
I'm looking up right now. Don't worry. I'll quote the shit out of you.
Oh, really?
How the fuck does it smell like my house is on fire? I probably should
What
go
else?
investigate that.
Your house is on fire? Yeah.
I don't.
shit.
Something smells like it's burning. I probably should go investigate that. But I'm
Xeno-
looking for this thing.
Yeah, no. Look up that thing and then go and check out your house fire.
Oh, this is a 9mm drum mag, but what are you for? 50 round drum mag for 9mm. Give me the details, motherfucker. What the fuck do you go in?
Go win your AIDS.
Oh, for AR-15s. I'm just gonna contact them. Be like, yo, X products.
Their customer service is really good.
I feel like, yo, I need an MP5 50 rounder magazine, so I gotta do the blat blat. Don't they
Yeah, they're-
fucking make a drum for? Yeah, they do. There it is. The H&K 91 G3 magazine.
Yeah, it's a G3 though.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll just contact them.
Yeah, hit up. I think his name is Darren. I think or Derek. Yeah, I think it's Derek. He's the guy that I talked to at customer service. Dude, like, I ended up asking him a question about if I could ship back my X-Mag, and we ended up like talking for like 2 hours.
What time is it? 6 o'clock? I wonder if
No,
they're still
it's-
open.
It's 4. Actually, no, wait. Is it really 4 p.m.? Jesus, what have I been doing all day?
It's like 6 for me. So
7.
No, it's totally like 4 p.m. though over here. Like, dude, last time I looked at my watch, it was like freaking 12.
Where's Arasaka Defense?
I do not know what that is.
Never mind. It doesn't even come with the remote. Fucker. I don't want to order from LA Police Gear because it's so far away.
LA Police Gear, like, I've never ordered from them, and they look
I like them.
Their online store looks like really hokey, so I never knew what to expect.
I got my I got my Aimpoint Pro from there with a coupon, 20% off coupon code or something. So I got a good deal on it, and they shipped it with a granola bar. And I forget what else I ordered from them, but I never had a problem with LA Police Gear. Sometimes they're the cheapest.
Really?
They're just all the way in California, and I'm in Pennsylvania. I get annoyed with the week-long.
Check out Island View Enterprises. It's a gun range, but you can order. They have online, and they have a bunch of cool stuff.
Yeah, on the 21st, I'm going to order this Streamlight ProTech Rail Mount 1 with the remote for $99.
Is that the one that goes on your vehicle?
Yeah. Gonna put that shit on the hood.
Let me know how that works, because I'm looking to buy a remote for my Land Rover.
You're looking to buy a what?
Like right here, hold on. Not on this vehicle, but on my Discovery right there. I want to order a remote for the top. So my friend that works for Armalite now, he's really excited about like all the NFA stuff he can get. He's like, yeah, I can buy a machine gun now. And I was like, yeah, good for you. I can't. Because he gets them at like cost, so he can order like a brand new like 416 for probably about $2,000. So, but he just like rubbed it in my face every day. And it's like, dude, you're making me cry and die a little inside.
Just get an FFL and an SOT and all that stuff.
Yeah,
okay, nothing's burning.
That's like I don't know. I'd have to like make a rap out of that, you know. It's like one morning, I got up in the morning, I got my FFL and my SOT so I can get the 416 and the H&K
and hang out with Flippy.
For me.
So we can hang out with our terrorist guns and have some fun under the sun.
Bicka, bicka, bicka. Also,
Yeah,
I
we
just
can
called
edit,
up X Products.
we can edit that out of this at the end, so it's
Cool.
not a problem.
But yeah, I just
My
called
rap?
X
No,
Products
that's amazing.
and talked to them, and they said that no, they do not offer currently a 50-round drum mag for the MP5s. However, the dude's like, there's a good chance, wink, that you'll see it at SHOT Show this year.
There is.
Are you going to SHOT Show this year, Flippy?
Maybe.
I'm
Like
gonna
I
take
didn't know
all
I
my booth babes with me.
didn't know that last year I could have gone, and then found out like I could have gone like the week of.
I think next year, like how soon will Hillary try to take the guns? Like
Oh, that'll be her
when is
first order.
inauguration? When is the inauguration?
I don't know.
It's just a part of her inaugural speech. She's like, and right now, we're taking your guns away as we speak. I am saying writing law.
I'm gonna try to get the real MP5, the SP 85, 89. What is
Oh.
it called?
The new one? The new one's the SP5K.
The SP5K.
Yeah.
This is great.
And
I have
I'll
a
get the
freaking nail
extra
in my
barrel.
Yeah, you'd have to
with the
buy.
tri-lug.
Yeah, you'd have to buy the barrel with the tri-lug and then ship it off to someone and get them to put it in. You can also buy a paddle magazine release and ship that with the gun to somebody, and they'll install that too because you need the paddle magazine.
I'll find the same person to do both jobs.
But there is someone who will do both jobs. I found them. I'll send you like.
Alright.
If you're interested, I'll send you their information later.
And then I'll SPR it.
This is great. I have a nail in my tire. How nice.
Oh, that's cool. I have a nail in 2 of my tires. I like on 2 different cars.
Well, I have a warranty, so what I should do is just take my knife and slash all my tires so I can get some new tires.
Because I need to put the vert grip on it, on the front.
Well, if
What?
you knew, what the fuck are they called? Tier 3 or whatever? FFL, that's also a manufacturer of, like, Article 3 or whatever firearms.
No. Never heard of them.
Beagle.
Whatever the fuck it's called. The one that means that they can build, they can make short-barreled rifles and other things legally for, like, samples. Either way, you find one of those, you give them your pistol grip, or your vertical grip, and then have them assemble it, and then you can just buy it with a $5 tax
the
stamp.
$5, yeah.
Yeah, I was over at my buddy's gun shop today because I was taking my.
That's what it's called?
Yeah, my buddy's gun shop. Nah, like, cause he runs a shop that only deals in ARs. So like, I was taking him my Zenith pistol so we can like play around with it. Like while we're there, I'm like, yo, you have a Class 3 manufacturing license. Can you buy my gun from me, turn it into an AOW, and then sell it back to me? And he's like, no, because my license only like allows for ARs, because that's the only stuff we do.
So AR pistols?
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta find somebody to do that to my AR pistol.
Although
So I put a vert grip on it.
he did have a silencer with the correct fucking lug on it, so I snapped it onto my gun because you know he had the the tri-lug adapter for it, and correctly mounted the silencer to my gun, and it was super cool.
Really?
There may or may not be pictures of that popping up on Instagram tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. I have the right lug, okay?
No,
Right?
you don't.
Yeah, I do.
Dude, you think that until you actually look at it, and then it's so much fucking cooler.
No.
It doesn't just like stick out like a big lame dode on the end.
A dode?
Yeah, it looks like it's all apart and it belongs.
Well, dode.
Chode.
Code.
Can't wait to mount this MRO. Gotta wait for the mount.
Oh, did you buy a LaRue tactical mount?
No. I bought the Battle Arms development.
I don't know what is your issue. Like, why does everyone on gun channels hate LaRue tactical? They're like,
Because
that's
they're
not
a gun company that likes to fuck people over.
They're the gun company that invented this shit.
So what?
All I heard was there was a gun company that likes to fuck.
Yeah,
that's all of
LaRue
it.
is that company. They like to fuck you right in the ass.
Also, X Products. That dude I talked to was like super chill about things.
Yeah, dude, they're cool over there. I need to erase like all my shit talk about them because I was all pissed off because they sold me the wrong mag.
LaRue likes to hang up all the people's money in a state that has all their money tied up in LaRue while an assault weapons ban is coming down, and then give them refunds like 3 days before the ban sets in, and says they cancel all their orders.
All right,
Instead of
guys.
just
Well, I'm gonna
shipping
go
them the product.
Well, I'm gonna go get the nail out of my tire and get some Chipotle.
Yeah, I had Chipotle earlier today. That place is great.
All right, I'll be back.
Alright, later. Dude, LaRue is in Texas. There is no assault weapons ban for LaRue.
Yeah, well, they were shipping orders to Maryland, and they canceled them like 3 days before the assault weapon ban went into effect.
Well, yeah, because it'd be impossible to get them there in time. And then their
No,
shit
they
would
had
get like
plenty of time.
Nah, I don't think they did. I think they did the responsible thing.
I don't think so.
I think I need to attach my cock to this gun. To this Zenith.
I don't think you need to do that.
Nah, I have like one of those, the fuck is it? It's not a cock block. A battle cock? Whatever SOE makes, those fucking chicken things. I should attach it.
Combat cock? Is that
That's
what
it,
it's
the
called?
combat cock. There we go. I attached the combat cock to it. Yeah, I'll just leave it on there. So Wednesday when I go shooting, it'll just be flopping all around. Be like blat, 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 blat. Flop, 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 flop.
I find you should dry fire your Glock with a snap cap.
Yeah, I'm going to buy snap caps for my not Glock, my revolver. So I can be all cool and be like, snap, 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 snap.
It like takes away the extra springiness from the recoil or from the firing pin spring after the shot would have went off, because it kind of eliminates that, and then you can see.
So, are those Mepper lights any good?
Mapper lights.
Yeah, Mepro light.
Which ones?
I don't know.
Yeah, they're good.
Like, I feel like I need to buy a Gilil Ace and then stuff a Mepro light on top of it.
The red dot.
Yeah.
Do they have fiber optic? I think Meprolight has a fiber optic red dot, where the hood is fiber optics, like a Trigicon.
Oh, what's the daily deals over at Bowtach? Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, they ain't got shit. Other than this Beretta ARX 100 complete ambidextrous 5.56 carbine for 1,200.
Seems worth it. It's big and ugly for no reason.
Dude, you can't trust the Italians when it comes to making things. They're all too busy being drunk.
I heard it was a good rifle though.
Honestly, I have no idea. I've never looked anything up about it.
And it folds. The stock folds.
Cool. I just offered Bowtach $19 for their magazine. Now I play the waiting game. Later.
What the hell? Everybody ran away? Why'd you scare everyone away, Flippy? I'll send the link to you. Foos Magoose.
I'm here, but I'm about to take off. I'm mailing stuff today.
Oh, cool. All those patches and everything?
Most of them, another 100 or so.
Cool. My car looks really good with all the patches I got.
You got everything. Or no, you're still missing donuts and a tire, right?
That's correct. I do not have donuts or a tire. But I got the van, the puppy, the breakfast, the Gun Show Loophole Tour. I really like that one. That one's center stage in my car.
How's it going, Smeggy?
Oh, pretty good, Foos. How you doing?
Doing good, doing good. You back up in Michigan right now?
Yeah, I'm back home. So that's pretty cool. It's nice to be in your own house for a while.
Heck yeah, missing your own bed. That's what I miss the most whenever I travel. It's just my own shit.
Yeah, I might actually go to the store and like buy food and stuff.
No, you can't do
My
that.
house in a while. Oops, I dropped my challenge coin. Here, challenge coin, where'd you go? The heck is that? Old-timey doorbell?
Text tone. So. Man, I'm tired.
Oh yeah? Why is that? Exciting stuff?
No, just the opposite.
Oh, you're bored?
Oh yeah, today I worked maybe 15 minutes today at work. Maybe.
Don't let your boss hear that.
Oh, he knew about it. But it's all good. He's like, how's your day going? I'm like, well, after working 15 minutes today. He's like, aren't you here all day? I'm like, yep. He's like, okay.
Wow, this Gun Show Loophole Tour coin is pretty cool. I was just looking at the detail. I didn't realize that like on the tire it actually says like Gun Show Loophole Tour.
Oh, really? That's cool.
Yeah. I think it says gunwebsites.com. I can't read what this other thing says though. Yeah, I don't know. Can't read that. Oh well, anyways, it's neat.
That's all that matters, right?
Yeah. So I went up north this weekend, have a big family reunion. And, that was fun. It rained a little bit in the morning, but it stopped and turned out to be a nice day afterwards.
Good.
And I lost in the horseshoe tournament twice in a row, which that's good. Get that over with. Well, otherwise, man, I always say yes because the guy's always, like, there's one dude who's really into it and everyone else, like, kind of plays. And
I understand that.
yeah, and, especially this year, there's actually quite a bit of people that didn't show up that normally do. Some of, like, my aunts and uncles from down home and all of their kids, so my cousins. My uncle's dad actually just passed away this Saturday morning, like right at midnight 30. So, anyways, they stayed home because they knew that he was like any day now kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
He was 92 though, so he had a pretty good run.
I expected, yeah.
But anyways, so that was kind of a big group that doesn't come. Like my one cousin, God, I think he's got like 5 kids or something already. And the other one's got 3. So you take all them out, and then the aunt and uncle and everything. So whatever. Anyways, there was just less people, so I was like, yeah, I'll do the tournament. And then we lost the first game, and it's like, all right, cool, I can go sit down and visit for a while. And he's like, nope, you guys are up right now in the loser bracket. I was like, oh, man, because if you end up winning through the loser bracket, you end up playing the winners of the winning bracket.
Right.
And if you win, you have to beat them twice, but, it's just...
I would have thrown the damn game and said, hey, let's just lose.
Yeah, so we ended up losing that second one pretty quick too. But I don't know. I mean, I like horseshoes. It gets old after a while, and I'm not very
that's
good.
That kind of gets old like right away.
I got a couple ringers and scored a couple.
Unless there's someone with a shotgun in the middle blocking.
Well, I mean, it's where I grew up. It's definitely a lot of people play it. A lot of people play it. I don't understand. Human meat. I am not going to pick up human meat. I don't have cannibals.
What the hell are you talking about?
I'm playing a game, and a whole bunch of human meat just fell from the sky.
Because you're like, yeah, man, I mean, where I come from, a lot of people play it, but I just don't like human meat. I'm like, wait, what?
Sorry.
What kind of horseshoes are you playing?
Sorry. Yeah, I mean, horseshoes are everywhere where I'm from.
Must be going to Arby's.
Something like that.
Well, I've always heard that expression, close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades, but they're not interchangeable. So maybe maybe that's the problem. He's playing horseshoes with hand grenades.
Maybe.
And that's where you're getting the human meat falling from the sky.
Oh, food. I have a bunch of food, no?
You didn't shoot any guns at this reunion? What the hell, man?
No, not on Saturday. I did on Sunday, but that was just me and my dad back at our place. So, but the cousin who, we have it at his house, he actually, my cousins live across the street from my dad's aunt. They bought the farm across the street, and then he works both his farm and her farm. And anyways, he's a big gun guy. And so recently I've been talking more and more these past couple years, and I think he's realizing more that, I'm definitely a gun guy. Because before, I like guns. I go hunting every year, but I wasn't really into it until I got my handgun. And talking with you guys, I've learned so much more that I can now, keep pace with him in a conversation.
That's good.
Yeah, so we were talking, and that's, I don't know, I forget. He said something. It's I forget exactly what he said, but somehow he was like, if you ever get lost, my door's always unlocked. You can stay here, or something. I forget what it was. It was something like that. And it's the way he was talking, it's I could see he's reaching out, trying to get closer to me. Jim.
That's cool.
But yeah, now last time we were up north, I invited him over to go shooting at our place. And he came over. He brought over his SKS, and he's got, oh man, exactly what I want, a freaking, you know, an AR rifle with the built-in carry handle and the fixed stock and the long barrel, like everything that I want. But he uses it for hunting, so he's got a scope mounted on top of that carry handle. So it's like, fuck, man, you got to put your chin on the back of the gun to see through the scope, you know? And he's like, man, I really wish I had a flat top like yours. I was like, shit, I might trade you. So, but I don't know, someday I'll have that. But I like mine also, so I actually wouldn't trade mine.
And you said yours doesn't have the flat top.
No, mine is a flat top with a red dot on it.
What red dot?
It's a Vortex. Is that the Strike Fire or Spitfire or something? I don't remember.
Okay.
I think it's the Strike Fire. It came with the upper, because I got a complete upper from PSA, and they were having a deal. So it was, you know, stainless steel upper with the red dot for like $300 or something. It's like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, every now and again, PSA will just have an awesome blowout, and you're like, I can't not buy this. So that's how I ended up getting the barrel I have for my main AR. I bought an upper because basically for the barrel, stripped the barrel out of it, put an old pencil barrel into it, and then traded that upper off for my press, actually. So it was interesting. It was fun.
Ah! Oh yeah, my cousin's got a big empty field now. He said he's done with the hay field for the year, so now he's going to shoot up. He's set up his long range shooting.
That's cool.
So I think next time I come up, I'll bring up my bolt action. I don't know how far it is, but it's got to be at least 300 or 400 yards. I mean, it's pretty long, pretty big field.
We have a range that it's in the process of being built, and I actually know the woman who, well, her and her husband own it, and I know them through working out, and they do precision rifle up here 3-4 times a year, and they have a stand, like I think it's a 2-story like water tower type thing stand that they just built, and they're actually going to be putting a 3rd story onto it, and once they get that built, they'll be able to reach out to 2,500 yards. So the first stand they could reach out to about 8. The second story is about 15 to 1,800, and when they get the 3rd one, they'll be able to reach 2,500. So, and her and her husband both have Accuracy International 6.5 Creedmoors. So he's a big old farmer. He probably has, hell, they probably have close to 1,000 acres, mostly cattle.
Yeah, so he's got a smaller farm. I don't know how many acres he's got, or when you add two together, but it seems like he grows corn to sell, and then he grows hay just for his own animals, and he's got pigs and cows and chickens and all that kind of shit.
Has it been really wet up there?
Nah, it's been a pretty dry year. It rained this weekend for the first time in like a couple months.
Where I go shoot, you know, in her backyard, she has it cut for hay. They've already cut it 3 times, and she's about ready to get it cut again. That we've been incredibly wet. I mean, people are like, well, I could, you know, cut more, but it's going to cost them more to cut it in diesel than it is that they'll get off of it.
Right. But that's how his field was last year. His corn, he let it rot in the field because we had such a bad summer. It would go through cycles. It would like rain, but then get really cold, so it wouldn't grow. By the time it started warming up and the sun came out, it'd start growing. Then it didn't rain for a month. Then it rained and got really cold. Then it get warm and cold. So like the shit just never grew, and he figured out he's losing money by cutting it. So he just let it rot in the field, and he plowed it under this spring.
And then he probably got money from the government for that.
Yeah, I don't know if he did or not. I mean, because it seems like when you hear about like farm subsidies and shit, those are talking about big ass farms. And from hearing him talk, it sounds like he kind of gets screwed over being a small farmer.
Okay.
I mean, I know him and his wife both work full time, plus they have the farm. It's like, it's almost like they do all the work just to break even on the farm and then do everything else, you know. So, I don't know. Maybe he got something for it by not cutting it or whatever, but... Oh, and I know when he shot my AR, he really likes that trigger, that ALG trigger.
Okay.
So, I think I'm going to buy it for him, buy him one, and then when I go up north hunting, I'm going to give it to him and put it in for him.
Sweet. And next time I go see my brother, he's like, yeah, I shot a whole bunch of all that ammo that I gave him for my nephew's AR for Christmas last year. He's like, yeah, can you make me some more? So I'm just going to go and take him a whole bunch of ammo. So we go and shoot it. I'll take him a bunch of factory stuff. Since evidently I found out last night that all my ammo may not headspace right. So I'm going to have to go back through and adjust my one of my dies.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I think I didn't bump the shoulder down far enough. I mean, it'll chamber and it'll fire. It's just if I chamber it and I want to eject it without firing it, it's a pain in the ass. I basically have to grenade it. It's that close. So, yeah. Fun shit. The only bad thing is I probably have 2,000 to 3,000 cases that I have sized with that sizer. So I need to either run them all back through. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I really don't know what I'm going to do.
Yeah, see, he reloads too, so I might have a new, person that can use their machines.
Good.
I might just take all my shit up north and spend a day over there. Especially if it's like a rainy day up north or something, because there's nothing to do. Because we don't really have much in the house. It's like when we built the house, it's, hey, this is for going outdoors and doing whatever. So when it's all rainy, it's like, well, shit, there's nothing to do.
Gotcha.
We don't get any TV channels up there. Ever since they switched over to the digital signal, we used to have a couple rabbit ears or whatever.
Yeah.
When they switched to digital, we got 2 channels. Well, we got 2 before. We used to get CBS and NBC, and now we get CBS and Fox. But my parents just got like a new TV, which it's nice. I mean, you can actually see it from across the room. The other one was pretty damn small. and you can watch movies on it and stuff, but for some reason, like, it's more sensitive. With digital signal, it's not just fuzzy. Either you get it or you don't.
Right.
And the other TV at least would show up. This one, it's like, nope, not enough signal. I'm not going to display it. So we don't have any, like, TV stuff.
Oh, that sucks. Well, I cut my TV out, and I finally got my first bill of how much I'm saving. I'm saving $140 a month by cutting my TV out, and I do not miss it. And I'm like, this freaking is awesome.
Yeah, well, we don't have any, like, internet or anything up there either, so it's not like we could just watch Netflix or something.
True, that would make it. Well, that just means more card playing and reloading and shooting and right.
Yeah, exactly. So, I don't know. I've been thinking about getting into reloading more and more. This past month has been hell, but with all the overtime and stuff, it's like I got a little extra money to burn, so
yeah.
I might jump into reloading sooner than later.
All right. Well, I need to go. I need to go talk to someone. I'm going to talk to Dano real quick. So I'll probably jump back in here in a little bit.
No, it's not allowed.
Too late. Bye. I got to go talk to Dano about that.
That's fine. I talk to a man about a horse. I understand.
Yep. Later.
Yes, it is pink.
Holy crap. I leave for a few minutes to watch a Never Enough Ammo thing, and, like, everybody dies. My breath that bad?
Yep. Yeah, we'll blame it all on you this time.
Oh, sweet.
No, same thing happened to me. I left for a little bit, and I came back, and everyone was quiet. And then Foos jumped in for a minute, and he talked, but then he left. Said something about buying a horse? I don't know. It was weird. I don't trust that guy. And you made Pink's power shut off. God damn it, Wayne. You're a bastard.
I do that all the time just to fuck with him.
You work at the power company. There's a switch. Click. Power on, power off. Power on, power off.
My fuck with Pink button. He won't let me any of his fucking FNs.
Oh, yeah, screw that guy. Oops. Let's turn it a little bit. There we go.
So did you panic this weekend? Did you panic buy anything this weekend?
No, I was up north, cut off from the world.
By up north, do you mean like, Canada or, visiting Biker Bob in his trailer or what?
No, I mean the good up north, northern lower Michigan. By the Pinky Knuckle.
Only 5 times? I thought I did at least 10. Damn it. I'll have to work on that tomorrow. I'm actually looking at these mags. Somebody's got them Ishmash for $31 a piece, but he says like some of the stuff's rusted and some of the I'm assuming the springs will probably be shot, but whatever. Just that one there. I know DB's got a few of them up there. I was looking at them before, but I don't know. I think I could afford like 2 of them right now, but I don't think like $200 is in the budget at the moment.
Are you a mag junkie? You gotta have certain ones.
Yeah, I don't have any of these. I always have the European ones. They're so cheap. I mean, they're just as reliable and they're cheaper and probably a little bit more rugged, I would assume, from the Bakelite ones. But the Bakelite ones are cooler. I have the plum ones for, obviously, the AK-74 that I have, but I don't have any of the Bakelite ones for my 47.
Yeah, I just have a couple of Polish surplus, the metal mags, which I technically can't put inside my gun, because then it wouldn't count as having enough parts. So they're just for decoration. I don't use them.
Okay. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Say no more.
I'm not even sure. No, I guess I'm still 922. Well, at least for the one. The other one, maybe not so much. I don't know. I'd have to look.
I still don't think it's a big deal if it's like just your gun or whatever. You're not trying to sell it or anything. I think that's, if I remember correctly, that's the rule is for the people selling the guns. but I could be mistaken.
Well, I think it's overall, but I don't think they care quite as much. Otherwise, unless you draw some serious attention to yourself. You know, live in Waco or, you know, Ruby Ridge, you know, things like that.
Why did those guys have non-922R compliant guns?
Whatever bullshit charges they had on them, that's what contributed to it. Or suspicions they had, whatever bullshit suspicions.
So somebody decided to up and die out here, so freaking now I'm stuck in like a shitload of traffic because they have a crime scene investigation out right now. And it's like, there's no crime. Some dick went too fast and killed himself.
Wow, Brandon, as compassionate as ever.
Oh, I'm not compassionate at all, man. Not for when people bring it on themselves. They are totally getting in the way of me eating Chipotle right now. I'm starving.
Yeah, you left for food a long-ass time ago.
Yeah, and I've been in traffic for 40 minutes. Just sitting here, waiting for them to move this piece of flesh off the road. I think I already know who the murderer is. His name is Ford. Guess we should ban cars now.
Should definitely ban cars. They're evil.
Absolutely. They have no, I could be running right now.
Just think of the children.
Yeah, here's the thing. More kids die in car accidents than by AR-15s. Oh, so last I left, you guys were talking about when Hillary's like first order of business is, like when she'll go after the guns.
I certainly wasn't talking about that.
What the hell's that? Stop beeping. Oh, I think Flippy was.
I think I see a booger.
Flippy.
He hasn't talked in a while. I think he's having a special time.
Wife kill him? It's like, what? You spend $4,000 on HK gun parts?
Yeah, it's just faking K parts.
There ain't nothing wrong with that. The fastest I've gone is 5 miles an hour.
Well, that's a Chevy, isn't it? That's top speed.
No, I'm in a Jaguar. Wow, this thing actually gets up and moves. Pretty good for a rental.
You have a rental car? What, are you out of town or something?
No, I dropped off my Range Rover to get my alignment done, and it needed an oil change.
You don't do that yourself? What the hell, man?
Oh, hell no, dude. I'm not gonna get all freaking under there and dirty.
And one man card removed.
Huh?
Gotta take away a man card.
Yeah. When I buy cars, I pay somebody else to do all that gross shit. I'm gonna sit underneath a car, man, while a bunch of fluids drip out at me. I can go to a strip club for that.
Typically, you don't need shots afterwards, though, with the car.
I don't know. Like if you cut yourself on like a piece of rust or something, yeah, it could be dangerous. See if I can get you guys some photos of the accident. They clean everything up. Why are we still going like a mile an hour here? Oh, here it is. All right. So these cars off on the side. I don't know how well you guys can see. Because like my camera looks like it's in HD, but probably what I'm broadcasting looks like something out of a track phone.
No, we can see fine.
Oh, okay. Where is that? Alright, why did that car turn? I saw the CSI van here and everything. Let's see.
You know, if you had a Vespa, this wouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, but I couldn't live with myself if I drove around one of those. And you don't want to be riding a Vespa out here in this weather. You look like the dude from Indiana Jones after he opened the Ark.
That's probably only, what, 101? Something like that?
115. Actually, 118.
118 degrees there? That's like my oven.
Yeah. It's Arizona. Yeah, I don't get this. So there's no accident? There's nothing here? Why are we going super slow? I wish I had like a monster truck. I would just roll up on these cars.
I was just gonna say, if you still had the Range Rover, you could have just hopped the curb and been out of there.
There's so many times I've done that.
I didn't even see any cool cars. I just saw one of the newer Mustangs. I don't like those, but there's nothing else that's cool there. What the hell? They're all like Nissan Sentras and shit.
Yeah, these are all the people from Phoenix coming back from work. They drive the little commuter cars. Like they have their commuter cars, and then they have like their weekend cars. And the lights here are unbelievably long on this stretch. But it's only long for like the opposite side of the road. Oh well, never mind. I spoke too soon. Oh my God! It's a green light. Go, go, go! What are you waiting for? Well, it was right here. And they scooped everything up. Oh, here it is. God, stupid. This freaking Nissan's going rogue in front of me. There we are. Oh.
Is G getting pulled over in the van? What the hell?
I think that's the crime van. No? That's good. Sorry, guys. I promised you a show, and all they gave you was rubbish. That's weird. When it says problem, is that Hugh Jackman?
Back?
Yeah.
What you talking about, Willis?
Looks like X-Men. The guy's holding up a picture of the troll face, and it says "problem?" ?
Dude, that's Doctor Who. He's holding a troll face.
Oh. Oh, so for the longest time, I didn't know what people's obsession were with a police telephone booth, and finally I found out that it was like Doctor Who. I was like, why does he pick like a police call box? Like, isn't that illegal? It's for like police use only.
I think JFK assassination. That's when the show first aired.
On the night of?
Yeah, the day of.
Hmm.
Police call boxes were still everywhere in the UK in the early 60s.
Well, oh wow, they got a Carrabba's down here. There was a theory I heard about the JFK assassination that was pretty interesting. I think you heard it, Wayne. That's what Dead Horse said.
I've heard most of them at this point. I got a friend that's big into watching all that stuff, and I think he half believes some of it. So, yeah.
Wow, you motherfuck you fucking asshole!
Road rage, road rage.
Wow, dude, this guy just almost caused an accident. I can't wait till the apocalypse happens.
But he try and turn into you?
Huh?
Did he try and turn into you?
Yeah, like I tried to get over, and he rammed me back into my lane. He's lucky I'm not at my Discovery.
I was talking about the zombie apocalypse this weekend with my mom, and she was all like, I wish you would use your brain power for real things and not all this stupid stuff and blah, blah, blah. And so I had the little talk. I'm like, you understand, when I say zombie apocalypse, it's just a way of phrasing something entertaining. But in reality, if you prepare for the zombie apocalypse, you're prepared for earthquakes, for no power, for losing your job, for any of the other things that could happen.
I'm actually hoping the zombie apocalypse will happen.
Oh, I definitely relate with, I think it's a t-shirt that says, the hardest part about the zombie apocalypse is, looking like I'm not having fun or something like that. and that's totally me. What are you doing?
Yeah, no, I really hope that it happens, because then
Quit fucking up my couch. I am reminded why I hate cats.
Oh, I love cats. Kittens. Their self-maintenance is amazing. Like, you don't have to take them outside. You don't have to, feed them. Like, they feed themselves. They have their own schedule. Like, they're very self-contained. Hey, Bitten.
You want this one?
Yeah.
Meow. 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 Meow.
Animal abuse.
Make it down.
Oh my god, dude, pick a lane.
I picked the left one. Yeah, I'm cat sitting temporarily. I was like, God damn it, I thought I got rid of all the cats in my house.
How many kittens you have in there?
There's 2 of them.
Kittens
The other one's pretty chill. He doesn't bother me. I don't see him ever. It's cool.
Kittens are the shit, dude. If I wasn't allergic, I'd have like tons.
Yeah, well, I'm super allergic, and these ones have, well, at least the one. The other one I haven't caught doing. This one likes to fucking tear up my couch, which is what I was yelling at him a minute ago.
Yeah, they'll do that.
So, but I'm being a good friend, so whatever. I guess I have a couple cats in my house.
Okay, why do we stop? Green light, right? Yeah. Okay, go. Freaking small, big truck.
Man, watching you drive is stressing me out.
Dude, it's just the people that it's normally a fucking. Where's the horn on this thing? No, this is like this every day, dude. Like in Scottsdale, people drive with their heads up their ass, and they just think they can just, oh, this is the lane I want to be in. I don't care if there's a car in there.
Should drive in New York City sometime.
Yeah, I would never go to New York. New York is like California, just more people.
Used to do it every few weekends with friends, but not anymore.
I mean, it looks cool like on Law and Order.
Yeah, it's not. It's dodging Pakistani fucking taxi drivers and all kinds of crazy shit.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Where do you want to go, my friend? Bell Avenue, 32nd. Okay, hold on.
Yeah, and they ain't joking. You better hold on.
You know, when I was in Costa Rica, that's how the taxi cab driver. When I was on the island of St. Thomas, that's how they drive. They drive freaking crazy, like, and they're Jamaican too. They're either Jamaican or they're black French guys, and you know they got straight up dreads and everything, and they'll be like, you know, like, welcome to my taxi car. Where do you want to go, my friend? And I'd be like, let's go sightseeing. Okay, hold on. And then they just floor it all. They just fly over the hills like you swear you're in the end of that movie Bad Boys. And they have like no regard for human life. They're like, oh, people walking across the street, they'll get out of the way. And it's just, I remember like after that, I was like, holy shit, I'm alive. There's probably so many people in the comments like, damn, dude, Brandon's really angry. Brandon's a dick. Brandon, drive with a phone.
No, but Pink did say something. Gonna see someone in the next new Road Rage YouTube video.
You know, I am actually a really chillax person as of lately, like, because like Dr. No talks some sense into me, but it's just like when I deal with stupidity, it's really hard not to let that stuff get. And just when people do like stupid shit to you, like you can only take so much without acting like a human. Like most of the time, I've learned to let stuff just like roll off me like woosah. But the amount of fuckery that I deal with, especially trying to just drive home. Where the hell is mine, Gruda? Flippy. He's probably eating noodles or something.
He's doing something with a noodle.
I was about to say, is that what they call it now?
Eating noodles. You know, I've actually eaten Chipotle for the last 30 days, like for lunch and dinner, and I've lost like 30 pounds.
Well, and you're shooting it back out, you know, an hour later.
Yeah, is that like the reverse of that Super Size Me thing, where the dude ate McDonald's for a month or whatever?
Actually, Chipotle's not that bad for you. I mean, like, because I just get a burrito bowl, so I'm just getting like brown rice, cheese, steak, and pinto beans or black beans. So that's it, man. Like, it's nothing super crazy. I don't get any of that extra junk in there like guacamole or sour cream. Yeah, it's a green light. I'm just trying to figure out why we're not going. You always have that one person that's super scared to go through. God damn it. That guy waits until like there's no cars for miles. Yeah, there you go, dude. Screw it. Red light. Let's do it. All right. Guys, I'm gonna lose you. So call you guys back. Okay, bye.
Pink's talking about they're splitting the Hangouts and the YouTube Live thing or whatever, starting in September.
So you can actually have live stuff, and then the Hangouts are something different. What?
Yeah, I think so. Like, did you see when G-Webs was messing around with that, like, encoder thing? It did live stream stuff. So, like, you set that up, you get that going, and then what he was doing was then starting a Hangout, like, separate, and then live streaming, like, his own screen or whatever on his channel. So it still kind of looked just like a regular Hangout, but it was technically going through two different things. Well, that's going to be annoying. I'm just finally getting the hang of how to do fucking Hangouts and shit.
Just be nice if they'd actually put a little time into refining some of this stuff so you could, like, have different modes for it, like moderated for the person that's hosting and that kind of stuff. But instead, they're worrying about splitting shit off. Whatever.
Well, maybe, I know G-Web said he was going to Mailship, but if he listens in the future, maybe he can do a nice, very easy to understand tutorial on how to set up his live stream and, like, also still use the Hangouts for people to join. Because, I mean, I think the Hangouts is a great way, like, for this lobby. You know, just post a link out there, anyone jumps in when they feel like it, you know, whatever. But now I got to learn how to take that and stream it, like, on my YouTube or whatever.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be much, man. It's not going to be that difficult.
Never know. They like to make shit difficult for no reason sometimes. I mean, I don't care if the shit, like, just doesn't show up on Google Plus or whatever anymore. I don't even know, like, I don't even use that thing. So I don't care about that, but I just want to know how do I fucking make a live chat that people can join.
For the live chat stuff, that's, I mean, I can give you the direct link for that. But it's just clicking a button. They're actually gonna bring back like video responses and such. That was fucking retarded taking that stuff away. My guess is no.
What's up, guys?
What's up, Double?
Fixing that right now. What's going on out there?
Other than Chipotle and some road rage, not too much.
It's always Chipotle with you, Wayne, isn't it?
Well, not with me. I got pizza. Screw that foreign stuff.
Somebody was talking Chipotle.
Oh yeah,
for
you know, that
hours
good
the
old
other day.
American pizza.
Exactly.
Hey, thanks for the links, Maggie.
Always.
So what'd Flippy go by today?
Nothing.
That's surprising.
Probably some paint for his Mercedes, hopefully.
Didn't buy another Zenith?
I don't know if he's really ready for dual wielding.
He talks like he is. Hell, he talks like he'll concealed carry two of them.
I haven't seen a picture of him, but I'm guessing he'd have to gain a lot of weight to make that feasible.
I don't know. The other day he told me he's like 6 foot 220. I don't know if I believe it. Because Amit said he was going to come over and kick his ass, but Amit said he's a little too old and a little too beat up to be taking on somebody Flippy's size. He said, well, I'm old. I'm beat up too. I think I can still handle Flippy. So is it going to be all geeks tonight, or is there going to be some guns in there, you think?
I'm not sure. It's always kind of a toss-up.
Yeah, it kind of lose me when they get into all the movies and all
I don't know.
things.
There haven't really been many releases this week, so unless they start into in-depth comic books or something, then I would assume that it would switch over a lot faster than it usually does.
Well, you know they're going to rehash Suicide Squad over and over.
I think it'll get one last hurrah, but other than that, it's cool. It's made. How much is it made now? It's pretty well up there.
Yeah, I have no idea. I'll wait till it comes out on DVD or Blu-ray. I don't know any of the backstory anyway. It
Seemed
seems
like
like. Oh, go
seemed
ahead.
like a prequel. Seemed like a prequel of Harley. That would probably be desirable. I think they're actually in the works for that, at least in talks. I'm not sure if they're actually going to do it or not. But
Wasn't there another Suicide Squad movie like years ago? I could have swore Yankee was talking about one. I mean, even a few years back. And I think there's a lot of comic book and stuff lead into
I don't
this.
remember any. I remember the Batman series having Harley Quinn in it and a little bit of that stuff, but I don't remember any Suicide Squad movie other than this one.
Yeah, I just go to see it because of how much I've heard Harley Quinn's ass is in it.
That's reason enough to go.
Something about them crazy chicks, man.
Well, they're all crazy. It's a matter of degrees.
That's very true.
I think Mickey just fell down the staircase. The hell, man.
Say what now?
I thought Smeggy fell down the staircase and making some racket back here.
I was just at my local store grabbing a 6-pack, and this guy walks in, and he's just totally out of it, and grabs himself a Slurpee and is leaning against one of the columns inside the store. And I grab my 6-pack and go to the counter to pay for it, and next thing I know, the guy set his Slurpee on the counter, and next thing I know, the clerk is looking down at the floor asking if the guy's okay. And I'm just like, what the hell is going on here? So I walked over there, and I don't know if he passed out or just dropped down to the floor or what, but he was out of it. Wouldn't let us call 911 for him or anything. He's just like, do you have a car? Can you give me a ride home? I'm just like, I would love to, sir, but I'm not taking that chance at you having some sort of episode in my vehicle. You know what I mean?
Take it this was one of the local homeless people.
He was rough around the edges, so it was hard to say whether he was actually homeless or not, but all the fucking drugs that have been hitting this community, it wouldn't surprise me if he was one of them.
There's a few of them around here. It's kind of sad, but they're the only reason that they're mainly homeless because of the drugs.
Yeah, and then up here, City of Seattle's been kicking them out of the City of Seattle and not giving them any support or anything like that. And so all they've been doing is kicking the fucking problem further north and further south. They pushed it out of their city, but now it's all us other cities who are dealing with it.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Yep, as long as it's not in their city, they don't give a crap.
They're okay with that lifestyle and sleeping in the woods and under bridges and shit like that, then I'm fine with that as long as they're not robbing anyone or stabbing anyone or any of that kind of shit. Then
yeah, man, out here it's even crazier though. I mean, because you'll be driving down the highway, and this is even still within the city of Seattle. They just, in the little fields and medians and whatnot. There's nothing but tents all over the freaking place. Just 10 feet from the highway. It's just like, how do they let these people just? I mean, isn't there a better spot they could move them to?
No, not really. I mean, you're talking about there's plenty of shelters, but you get kicked out. You have to be in by a certain time. You get kicked out at a certain time. So they want to live it on their own terms and shoot up or whatever. And there's a pretty big heroin issue around here, so most of that's from that.
Yeah, we have that same thing here, but what we've got is, so one of our highways it's 2 levels, and then underneath it, is street level, and there's parking. There used to be parking and all that sort of stuff, and that place has actually become a no-go zone for cops unless they are they're with big numbers, just because of how dangerous that place is, even for cops. It's called the Jungle.
What, some homeless little tent camp thing?
It's a place where the city has just let them get away with it for so long that it's clearly it runs the length of about, in a certain part of the city, runs the length of about a quarter mile to a half mile long underneath one of our major highways. And down there at night, there's no lights, there's no nothing, and it's just people living in darkness, cardboard box to cardboard box, tent to tent, and shooting up and killing each other down there, and I think it's just ridiculous. But the cops won't even, they've tried to clean it up a few times, but a while back they put out a thing that it's basically a no-go zone, and they tell citizens, you don't go there.
It's pretty odd. Tent stuff under bridges and, in the little areas that are in between, like certain highway sections, but, it's usually not more than a dozen, and they're usually they might be a little unstable, but for the most part, they're not, they're not going to try and jab you in the eye or something as you walk by. It's just...
Yeah, this is like its own little
just
metropolis, its own little city within the city that, is nothing but some of the most horrible things in life, you know what I mean?
Well, I've seen some of that stuff, but usually it doesn't get that bad, and even so, most of them usually aren't dangerous, they're just fucking addicts.
Well, they tried to clean ours out, I want to say about 8 months ago, after a mother was down there living with her 2 teenage sons who were selling crack and heroin, and I'm pretty sure they were all using, and the mom had a beef with somebody down in the jungle, and she gave a gun to one of her kids and said, go take care of it. After that, they went down there in force and tried, in force and tried to, clear the place out, but that only lasts for so long unless they do that sort of thing every night,
Yeah. I know there's quite a big underbelly here, but it's not. They don't all congregate in one spot, so it's pretty spread out. You can definitely see the track marks. You stop at real light when I was asking for money or even food sometimes, and I'll give some to them every once in a while. And if I have some to spare, it's pretty sad, but. It's doubtful it helps them at all. It just helps them to get more of their fix later on, I'm sure.
Yeah. We were kind of talking about that last night. A lot of these people and these professional panhandlers and whatnot, they make $50,000 to $100,000 a year just doing what they do.
That's a big outlier, though. That's such a bullshit message. I mean, that's not the average person that's on. You see somebody in at your street corner or something, odds are they're probably there because they're an addict. They're not trying to do it as a second job.
Yeah, I don't know. The ones that are on my same corners that or off ramps that I always go to, it's always the same people. It's a husband and a wife. They own a house in the neighborhood. They drive up there. They park their car on the off ramp. They sit there. They do their thing. One will go to one off ramp. One will go to the other on ramp, and that's their thing.
I mean, if you know of it and you can verify that that's what they are, then then that's still an outlier. I don't see any of that kind of stuff around here. I see a lot of the same people, but I also see them walk into the back of the woods where there's no place for them to park unless they're using like an ATV or something.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely not saying that all of them are that way. I know there's a lot of people out there in tough places. Yeah. Whether it's their own fault or the fault of somebody else or whatever, but yeah, it would be nice if there was some sort of services that would actually help.
Oh, there's plenty of
people.
There's plenty of services. It's just
they're not willing to.
They don't want them. I mean, they want their fix.
Yeah, that's true. And they don't want the rules that come along with those services.
All right, I'm switching over to Never Enough's chat here. I will be back.
Right on. Have a good one.
Word.
Have you heard?
About? Jesus.
Remember Family Guy? Brian.
Hey, you didn't murder anyone in traffic.
Huh?
You didn't murder anyone in traffic. Good for you.
My gun's empty.
Oh.
God, dude. People that get between me and my Chipotle, it's a death sentence. To be fair, they didn't know I was getting Chipotle.
Dude, today when I went to get Chipotle, there's this dude in front of me who couldn't speak English. And like he kept handing the lady this card, and the lady's like, this card was already, because it was like a gift card thingy that was like, 1 free burrito. And the lady like scanned it, she goes, oh, this was already used, and like handed it back to the dude, and is like, can you pay for your food? And he's like, see, and he hands back the card. It's like it happened like 8 times. Eventually, she's like, hold on, and she just went and got a manager, and then she's like, you know what, you can just have that food for free. Give me that card, and then like snapped it in half and threw it away.
See, if you keep begging, you keep pushing, you get shit for free.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was a little
when you don't
disappointed.
speak the language, you're good to go.
Dude, I was a little disappointed. Like, I was like, yo, I'd like a little extra chicken because you gave me like 5 pieces of chicken. And like, oh, that's gonna cost extra. And I'm like, nah, it won't. Just give me like a little bit more. And she's like, well, if I give you a little bit more, you're gonna have to be charged more. I'm like, this is fucking going nowhere.
You know, I'm trying to find that right word that where you can get a normal size amount of chicken without getting extra chicken, and you just say a little bit more chicken. So they give you this scoop, right, which is like 4 pieces of chicken, and then I'm like, can I get a little? And you just do this little like thing with your hand. You just go, can I get a little bit more, man? And he'll look at you and he'll give you the eyes and recognize that he knows what you're asking. And he looks over, make sure nobody else is watching. So then he'll take his little scooper and be like, beep. But if you say you want extra chicken, then they hear, like everybody else hears that, so they're like, oh, we're gonna rat you out if you give him extra chicken.
It's
So
like, yeah, extra chicken means I'll pay you the extra like $1 to give me a real scoop of chicken. The I just want a little bit more chicken is the, dude, seriously, you gave me like 5 pieces. At least give me 8. Which typically that works for me, but just this lady, this Chipotle working lady,
I fucking knew you were back on burritos, goddammit.
would not give me any more chicken. She's like, nah, you're getting 6 pieces and you're gonna fucking like it, or you're gonna pay us $1 for more.
Jesus Christ.
And
Yeah.
I'm just like, you win this time, Chipotle lady.
Yeah, the Chipotle Nazis are freaking assholes.
Dude, and then like I had to deal with the illegal immigrant dude who couldn't speak English, and then like as soon as he finally like waddled out of the store, the girl ringing me up's like, I'm so sorry. I'm like, yeah, I had to wait like 20 minutes just to get a cold burrito that you people wouldn't give me like a little extra chicken in. I'm like, if I sit here and start not speaking English, will I get this burrito for free? They're like, no. Like, I could draw on a napkin saying that I have a fucking gift card that's not a gift card.
Right? Why not? Yeah. God, you're like a trash can. You'll eat anything. Apparently, beagles like Chipotle chips.
I mean, dogs just eat anything. It doesn't matter.
Huh?
Dog just eat anything. It doesn't matter. Dog will just fucking grab papers off my desk and go eat them.
Is that true? Do you eat paper too? Go buy me a gun or something. Come on, go.
So, Yankee, what new gun did you get? Cool.
Yeah, that's what I thought earlier. He got a Canic. Would you believe that?
Yeah, I'd believe that.
What'd you get?
I didn't get
SA?
anything.
No, Brandon.
Hmm?
You bought a Canic?
Oh, no, I thought you said, like, oh, what I got? I'm like, I got a burrito bowl, some chips, soda.
No. You got a Canic?
No, I looked at them, and I might buy one. I mean, I guess, you know, they're not a half-bad gun.
They're decent for the price.
Other than the one that literally shuts itself off.
Is there really?
There's one that's a single action with a decocker.
That's weird.
Like, you push the button and it's like, well, I'm just not going to be able to fire this fucking gun. It's like the off switch for your gun. It's the dumbest fucking thing on earth.
Was that the model in between or before they put out their newest one? The what is it? No decocker or whatever.
It was the one, I don't know. All I know is single action with
It was that stupid button on top of the slide, right?
Yeah, decocked your gun. And it was like just
And why would
whatever
you do
the fuck
that
it's
with,
called.
Why would you want to do that with round in your?
I mean, it's also single action, and it doesn't have a fucking hammer. Like it's the striker fire. So you literally just push the button to turn off your gun, and you can't use it.
So what happens after that? Can you push it again and turn it back on?
No, you have to rack your gun and just whip the bullet out of the chamber.
Yeah, I heard everybody with those just pretend like that stupid button isn't there.
Yeah, I remember at one point, I think it was James Yeager put out a video where he's like, these are great. They're literally next to impossible to hit the fucking button. And like, that was right before one of his instructors put out a video being like, yeah, I understand what people are saying. I hit the button on that occasionally by accident. And then like, after the Yeager video went through, that video got taken down.
Yeager's words trumped his.
Yeah. That was one of the funnier things. Well, you know, all the big YouTube people are like paid by fucking Canic. Like they give Canics away if you like, yo, I'm on YouTube, give me a Canic. And they're like, here you go. Tell everyone our gun's great.
If that's the case, you should be getting free Novetskis or Novinskis or whatever the hell you like to call them, and BCMs and all that gold shit.
I don't know why you're like so uppity over BCM. I don't really give a shit about BCM.
I always throw BCM in just because it's one of those other brands. You have a thing on for a different company. I forget who they are.
It's Noveski. Noveski everything.
No, you put one else, another one in there.
Oh, Knight's Armament? Dude, Noveski and Knight's Armament on everything.
As long as you can find them.
Yep. What the fuck is this? Harley Quinn and Joker. Gangsta. Huh.
Dude, all the freaking like gang member girls are doing like the old English Harley Quinn and Joker thing now. It's so funny.
Yeah, what's especially funny is that like there is a surprising amount of women that are like, I want that Harley Quinn Joker relationship. It's like, what? There's literally a point in the fucking comic in which the Joker just tosses her off of a roof so Batman will save her so he can get away.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I thought they were in love.
They're not. Like, comic-wise? Nah. Basically, Harley Quinn is just like a piece of ass for the Joker in the comics. Like, he doesn't give a flying fuck about her.
And the real
But she's
gangster
like-
chicks out there really want that sort of thing?
I guess. But, like, the Joker himself is like, or, sorry, Harley herself is like fucking crazy about the Joker, and the Joker just doesn't give a shit.
So is Batman in Suicide Squad? I saw he was like in the trailer.
Yeah, he's in bits of Suicide Squad.
Is it Ben Affleck?
Yeah, Affleck is Batman now.
Oh, so Ben Affleck is in Suicide Squad?
Yep.
Dude, that's awesome. He's like the best Batman ever.
Nah, who's the dude with the bat nipples? Charlie Sheen.
What?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
George Clooney, I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah, there you go, George Clooney, best Batman ever. He had bat nipples.
Dude, you're so full of shit.
Michael Ironsides is the best Batman.
Michael Ironside?
Yeah.
Dude.
Honestly, people talk like bad shit about like Christian Bale's Batman, but he was fine as Bruce Wayne. His Batman was just kind of weird.
I liked him as Batman. I liked Michael Keaton.
Yeah, Michael Keaton was pretty good too.
That's the only one I really remember. The old school one.
I think the best Joker, dude, had to be Heath Ledger, hands down.
Nah, I still really like Jared Leto's Joker. Like, if not Mark Hamill, like Mark Hamill's way up there for the Joker for me. Like, it's basically those two for the top Joker. I can't even decide which one I think is better.
Mark Hamill wants an Australian gun ban.
Whatever.
He tweeted it out like last year before Star Wars came out.
Is he another one of those actors that makes money using
guns? No, he makes money using a lightsaber.
Mark Hamill has not fired a gun since that movie The Guyver, where he turned into a giant cockroach.
Like,
that's not as bad as some of the others, like Wahlberg and whatnot, who literally make a fucking living off of being in movies, shooting guns and whatnot, and portraying that lifestyle. And then
I've never seen like Mark Wahlberg come out and be anti-gun. Maybe I missed that.
No, he's totally anti-gun.
He's not really anti-gun. He just can't own guns because he's a felon.
So he's bent. That's a little different than being like, yeah, dude, if I couldn't own guns and I saw everybody around me like going and buying new guns, like he probably hangs out with buddies of his that like have like all kinds of cool shit, you know, other actors and stuff.
Well, how can a felon be around? A felon can't legally be around anybody with guns, can they?
It's a weird exception kind of thing that they do for like
rich people.
Oh, yeah, for like the movie stuff.
I didn't even know he was a felon.
Yeah, he kicked some guy's ass like in a bar. He beat up like some Chinaman or something.
Well, guys, I'm gonna shut this chat down. Pink has his lobby up if y'all want to jump into that.
All right. Yeah, Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch were